Hey everyone, this is Chris. You are listening to Night 5 of A2Z Movie Night's 13 Nights of Halloween, and tonight we're doing Creepshow. Enjoy.
All right, it's another A2Z Movie Night, and this is another edition of our 13 Nights of Halloween.
Spooky.
And I'm here with Aaron.
Hey, what up?
And Mr. Corville.
Yo.
And Tim P.
Yes, I'm
So this would be our second installment, I want to say.
So we already got it figured out.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah. So tonight we are doing Creepshow. Creepshow is a 1982 American dark comedy horror anthology film directed by George A. Romero, same as the last one, and written by Stephen King, who is making this film his screenwriting debut, actually. And I want to say it was his acting debut as well.
Yeah.
Like a cameo, I guess.
Yeah. We'll get to it.
Brilliant acting.
Creepshow consists of 5 short stories and is an homage to the EC and DC horror comics of the 1950s, such as Tales from the Crypt or The Haunt of Fear. In order for the film to give viewers a comic book feel, Romero hired longtime effects specialist Tom Savini to make comic-like effects. Woo. It was shot on location in Pittsburgh and its suburbs, including Monroeville, where Romero leased an old boys' academy to build extensive sets for the film. It has an ensemble cast, which we'll get to later. It had a budget of $8 million and earned $21 million in the United States, 6.9 on IMDb, 70% on Rotten Tomatoes, and 3 out of 4 from Roger and Ebert.
Hell yeah.
So it didn't do too bad. So for the trailer synopsis, we're going to get Mr. Aaron to do it.
I'll give it a shot. I'm still a little sick, but we'll see. So, a compendium of 5 short but terrifying tales contained within a single full-length feature. This film conjures scares from traditional boogeymen and portraits of doom. In one story, a monster escapes from its holding cell. Another focuses on a husband, which is played by Liam Neeson. Neeson.
It's Leslie Nielsen.
It's Liam Neeson, y'all. The monster got taken. With a creative way of getting back at his cheating wife. Other stories concern a rural man and a visitor from outer space, and a homeowner with huge bug problems and boozing corpses. Ooh. What's a boozing corpse?
Probably a drinking corpse.
All
right.
Well, there's antiseptic.
Is everybody ready?
I'm ready.
All right, we're going to kick it off in 3, 2, 1.
Cheers.
Oh, yeah, cheers.
Y'all know the story by now.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's the Warner Brothers logo.
Happy Halloween.
I didn't want you to read this crap. I never saw.
Yeah, it's 5 short stories. I thought it was 4 until you read that. But
There's an epilogue and a prologue.
they're interconnected by this little thing going on right here with the boy and his dad.
It's kind of like heavy metal.
Kind of, yeah.
Or like
in a way.
a Twilight Zone movie. Or
Any anthology. film.
Yeah. Also, this kid we're about to see, I've always been told that it's Stephen King's son. And if you look at his face,
A woman
it's
had
all,
sex
it's all
with Stephen
Stephen
King?
King looking. Yeah.
His son actually writes now, too.
Yeah.
One of our big listeners, Jeff Parrish, was at the bar the other night, and he said somebody told him about his son, and he's in the middle of reading one of Stephen King's son's stories right now.
Tell me that little kid didn't look like Stephen King.
A little bit, yeah.
You notice the dad? The dad was the lead in Halloween 3.
Season of the Witch, yeah.
And
that kid looks
Fog.
very much like Stephen King.
I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure that's his son.
Very much like him.
Look him up, Zach, because I think it's actually an actor. I think it's...
I could be very wrong.
I don't know what he is, but he does look a lot like Stephen King.
You know, whenever I was doing research for, top Halloween movie stuff like that, a lot of people listed Halloween 3 as like their go-to,
their best Halloween.
their Halloween movie.
For me, it was the scariest one.
Is it supposed to be the scariest one?
It's very scary to me.
It wasn't that successful when it came out because everybody wanted to see more Michael Myers, but it's a very good movie for what it is and has grown a huge following since.
A lot of people don't call it Halloween 3, they just call it Season of the Witch.
Stan,
because they
the
feel like
dad is played by Tom Atkins.
People turning into weeds, for Christ's sake.
Oh, he's been in a lot of films. The Fog, he was in Escape from New York, Halloween 3, Season of the Witch,
He's attached to Carpenter.
Lethal Weapon.
Yeah.
Why God made fathers, babe.
And I was thinking, the kid is not who I thought it was. I was thinking of that old film, The Gate,
Oh, I love that movie.
That's still one I've never seen.
That's the one about the demonic record, and they open up the fucking gates of hell.
The kid in that is, oh God, what was it? He was the bad guy in Blade.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, hey, that kid is Stephen King's kid.
Oh,
it is?
Joe King.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it looks just like him. So is that the author now?
Look at that creepy smile.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is now a writer.
What a creepy ass little kid.
Mm-hmm.
I used to.
Well, it's Stephen King's kid.
I love the lighting they use in this film.
Oh, it's very comic booky. It's very colorful.
Yeah. Very colorful and outlandish.
It don't look colorful to me.
And I love how it crosses over into the animation.
It's a joke because I'm wearing these sunglasses.
I used to read all those EC comics back when they still printed them. There was Tales from the Crypt, the Vault of Horror. It was the three. It was the crone and then the two guys. There was three different ones. It was Vault of Horror, Vault of Terror, the Tales from the Crypt. And
they were all like the narrators.
They were
the stories.
they were the narrators, like just like how the TV show the Crypt Keeper narrates.
But there were several other ones that were like that.
Yeah.
Oh, you know something?
That's what I say. There was three of them that they all ran. They all had different names, but it was the same thing basically.
Right. And Tales from the Crypt actually followed those comics, whereas this is really cool because it's original stories.
Ted Danson.
Yeah. Yeah. These are original stories by Stephen King, so these aren't. I mean, they might have made comics based on it since, but it's cool that they
just used it
original.
As a jumping off point to be able to do an anthology like this.
Yeah.
So before I forget about this weird little factoid I picked up the other day, the voice actor who played the Crypt Keeper in Tales of the Crypt, he also played. He was a voice actor for the Joker in a movie. I'm struggling, an animated movie, and he is regarded as the next best Joker voice actor besides.
Joe DiMaggio,
Mark Hamill's the
behind Mark Hamill, because usually when other people do it, they just try to do a Mark Hamill impersonation,
right?
And he actually had fun with it and kind of made it its own sort of creepy thing.
Anyway, so here we are. We're in our first story here,
and a very young Ed Harris.
Yeah, a young and sassy little Ed Harris. Look at him sipping on that tea.
Yeah, he's being very weird.
Look at his felt.
It's a very red velvet coat or whatever.
Well, he's either engaged or married or dating this girl, and this is her family.
Yeah, he's not blood related.
Right. This isn't his family. This is like his girl's family.
The setup for this, it's called Father's Day, and father is dead, but they still get together and celebrate his birthday for some weird reason.
Every year.
Very weird family. He's finding out what he's married into, or
they're all very sketchy people, like for sure.
They're very West End.
They're old money is what they call it. You know, he's very especially that son is very stuck up, and
I love those shots too.
Yeah,
the comic shots.
panels.
Yeah. All right, and here's the crazy one of the daughters, right, of the dad, the one that kind of lost her mind.
Well, they just said Aunt so-and-so, so I think it's his sister.
Okay.
What?
See, this stuff right here off the bat, just that music, used to creep me out. Just like this simplest little thing was scary as hell to me.
Bedelia.
This guy's whole demeanor is very strange to me.
Well, he's very
It's so crazy how much he looks like Daniel Craig.
Daddy.
Who, Ed Harris?
Yeah.
Really?
You think?
In this at this age, yeah.
I mean, I can see where you're coming from,
like
but
who?
yeah.
Daniel Craig.
He has those masculine features, but I don't know.
It's the formidable jawline.
Yeah.
I think it's what you're looking at.
A view askew. It's like how it's tilted.
What a badass! You see how he just lit that freaking match?
One-handed.
Like a flick. Those are those white-headed strike
yeah,
anywhere
if they
matches.
got white-headed matches, you can light them on your zipper or your face.
So these people they're all sitting around, they're getting hammered, and they're just talking about
How
basically,
they killed him.
how they murdered their dad or the grandpa.
He wouldn't give us any money, so we had to kill him.
Yeah, and then took his money.
Very good reasons for being pleased at old Nathan.
He told us we could only go to Kelly High School, not Legacy. We killed him.
It's very sadistic that they still celebrate the guy's birthday. there's no real explanation for why.
There's no explanation.
Father's Day since his death.
Oh no, it's not his birthday. It's Father's Day.
It's Father's Day, yeah. So they get together. I don't know,
Scene
but
of
I
her
love
crying.
Oh, she was the one that killed him.
Yeah.
Not all.
the one that, yeah.
She bashed his head in with that big ashtray.
This lady's performance is also just outlandish.
Over the top.
Yeah.
She is like a comic book character herself. Just a Cruella de Vil type of
Kind of.
bitter old.
She was much younger.
Her name was Bedelia.
Bedelia.
She hated him so much that she comes back every year.
Because that was the
Now, she could have gone inside to see the family, but instead, she would rather drag her crazy ass over to the grave where he's buried and just get smashed on Jim Beam.
And talk some shit, yeah.
all sit down to enjoy.
That's what you're supposed to do, right?
She's like, I'm glad you're dead.
That's what you're supposed to do when
I'm
you
glad
visit
you
a grave.
did.
So sorry.
But I think something was like, because she didn't get any of the money, I believe. Or maybe I'm wrong.
Not with that car. She
Well,
did.
yeah, that's what I just
Yeah.
thought about that car she was pulled up in.
She's wearing like furs and she's driving like a classic Maybach and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
jeez.
Do they usually keep the head on the furs?
They do if it's
Some of them did back then, yeah.
yeah. If it's like
'Cause
a
you-
mink like that. and
Yeah,
stuff,
mink.
yeah.
It was proof that, hey, this isn't fake fur.
Right.
That
Yeah.
I've got the money to actually have real fur.
Right. I just want that fur
It
like
was
from
a
Coming to
a
America.
status thing.
I want that
Yeah.
big line like Coming to America. I want to be like,
Or in Ghostbusters 2.
where is
the
my
lady-
son Akeem?
In Ghostbusters 2, the lady wearing it, all the little heads in her
Oh,
fur
they all
coat.
become alive.
become
I
alive.
mean, you're forgetting the
They
most
started
iconic
attacking
one,
her.
Ace Ventura with the Monopoly Man fur. That's the one they have, right?
Is that, yeah, that sure is. Yeah.
So it's obvious she's the one that murdered him because she's the one that's guilty. She's the one that can't be around the other family members.
Well, they
She's-
said that when they were telling the story.
But she's,
Yeah.
she's going crazy.
Well, yeah, it haunts her.
You
You know
dirty
what-
bitch.
You know what those flowers are called that she was holding?
Flowers?
No,
No.
called angels' trumpets. I don't know if it's significant, but I'm sure it is.
I love the. I'd have killed his ass too.
Same. So that's supposed to be his daughter?
Oh yeah,
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 yeah.
Because the kids called him Grandpa when they were
Okay,
telling the
alright.
story.
I mean, I think it would be
You don't
easy
yell
to
at somebody like that who's preparing your food.
Oh, yeah, no.
You don't.
I think it'd be easy to ignore him as well. Just leave the house. Just
Yeah.
drive to the, I don't know, go get some grub somewhere. Get out of there.
Like,
He's clearly insane.
yeah. Strong case of.
The maid takes it fine. She's like, oh, damn, this is crazy, but I'm making
He
like...
probably doesn't treat the maid like that though. You know.
Well, I mean, that maid's making like $5.50 an hour. She's
Oh,
got it
Dealey
pretty
done picked
sweet.
it up. She's not messing around.
I love that, the blood outline. That's so great.
This is a very graphic movie. Like, I
Yes.
don't mean graphic as in violence. I mean like graphic as
Comic
in...
book.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Visually.
do that. I think in every single one of the stories, you'll get like those little comic panel type shots
Yeah.
where they move to the next page, and then
See,
it
that-
zooms in from cartoon.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
the
That, in
scene.
the initial read, that's what they're aiming for.
Yeah.
Yeah, see that flower that she's putting in, it's called angel's trumpet, and it smells like ass. It's one of the worst smelling flowers
That's
ever.
Probably why she picked it.
Yeah. Yeah, they smell horrible. They smell like rotting meat.
She already
That's
polished
some
off
Jim
that Jim
there.
Beam.
Golly.
Looks like it's empty already.
God, I didn't know I had
Hathan.
Yeah, she's just pulling straight from it.
Kill a murder!
It's weird. I almost brought Jim Beam.
Did you?
Dropped the ball on that. Didn't even notice. I mean, I wasn't doing it on purpose.
Hey, you remember when we actually cared and we
Yeah.
tried to like...
I would have. I totally would have played it off like I meant to do it if I would have brought Jim Beam.
There was a time when we cared and we actually tried to like coordinate special stuff, even though no one listening would know. Hey, by
Yeah.
the way, it's cool that you brought that bottle of Jim Beam. Everybody's listening.
Yeah.
It's really cool how you thought about that.
See, y'all don't know if I brought it or not.
And just edit all that out in post.
Bring us some Jim Beam.
I mean, we kind of started off with a bad thing. We brought J&B, and it was a bad choice.
Sylvia, fix
Yeah, that's one of those only on special
Jesus.
occasions. I drink Jim Beam.
Fool, Daddy, bad.
Beep beep.
Nobody could catch us, nobody.
Should have
Took a
been
fall,
gone.
daddy.
Pass that down.
You taught Sylvia, you taught us all.
Thanks, guys. Hey, we need to get a Foley sound of the Chairman because it's got a nice horror movie creak to it.
Now, we've kind of have not been doing the whole, hey, why did you pick this? But for y'all to know, this is one of Chris's favorites.
This is absolutely one of my favorite horror movies.
shit.
So why is this your favorite, Chris?
Gosh, I mean, it's super comic booky. It's that kind of just classic old Halloween horror tales. Nothing goes on for too long, so nothing gets stale. It's all fast, quick, funny. There's amazing actors in it. Tom Savini does the freaking special effects. George Romero directs it. Stephen King writes the stories. I mean, do I need to go further?
It was
about how great it is.
Caught lightning in a bottle with the cast.
Yeah.
Everybody. I mean, come on. Stephen King, George Romero, and Tom Savini.
Yeah.
3 icons in the genre all together on the same film.
And it all works so well. Oh, and this scene. Check this out.
Ed Harris.
Ed Harris's dance.
This is on par
Watch his
with,
face.
This is on par with Crispin Glover in Friday the 13th.
Oh, Jesus. Wow.
Crispin Glover, he wins that battle, but
This is
Ed
up
Harris
there.
had a moment for sure.
What is the Crispin Glover dance?
Oh,
It's in one of
God.
Friday the 13th.
Yeah, you would have,
It
you'd have
looks
to
like
see
he's
it.
having a seizure.
Yeah, it's insane.
Because they're smoking a joint, aren't they? Or have they not started doing that yet? That's kind of like why Ed Harris is kind of acting goofy, because
Now, ma'am.
he's smoking weed.
You'll have to wait. Miss Grantham has not yet arrived. And you will remember that today is a very special day.
Very special.
She comes off so devious and evil throughout the entire thing.
Well, you know she's devious.
Yeah.
Hope she's all
You can't have none of this.
Sometimes she loses track of time.
Sometimes she loses track of time.
Ed Harris hadn't done too much up to this point, has he?
No, I think that's why he was in it. Because
Yeah.
he was. I mean, he might have done like Altered States, but that was William Hurt, not
He had
Ed Harris.
done-
Excuse me.
Coma, Borderline, Night Riders, and then this. And he was in the right stuff, and that was probably one that kind of took him off a little bit.
It's kind of weird too, because he kind of got top billing in this too.
Yeah.
I mean, at the time, Leslie Nielsen is in this. At the time, he had done the Police Squad
He'd done
TV show
Naked
and
Gun.
Airplane.
Yeah,
We hadn't
and
done Naked
Airplane.
Gun yet.
Not yet? Okay.
No, he had done Airplane. He was in Airplane 1 and 2. But this was 1982 when this came out, so he had not done Naked Gun yet.
R.I.P. Leslie Nielsen. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that man.
I forgot that he
Mr.
passed on.
Magoo.
He's
there's
Frank
like
Driven.
There's like a big
Yeah,
controversy
yeah.
now about Mr. Magoo.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
People are
they-
like, you're
Why?
making fun of handicapped people. I'm like, well,
Yeah, it's been.
I
That
guess.
movie's hard to find now because
guess.
people did a huge uproar about it, and I think it even got pulled from some
it
theaters.
seems a little silly to
It's
me.
one of those
but
movies that it's on one of the list of movies so bad they got yanked from theaters.
It was a terrible movie though. Don't get
Yeah.
me wrong. I mean,
It was like making fun of the blind or something.
Yeah.
see, I don't think it was making fun of the blind. It was
Not
just making fun of Mr.
intentionally.
Magoo.
Yeah, not
Right?
intentionally, but the blind community. It's
Right.
like, y'all just don't go see the movie, y'all.
Oh my god.
How do they know?
Oh my god.
We're gonna get canceled for this show.
That was the one. That was
Yeah.
that was the
Making
thing.
fun of the
It
blind,
was a
that's
good one,
it.
though.
That was the thing that's going to get us shut down.
Yeah, we're gonna get shut down. No one's gonna sponsor us now. Oh my gosh.
We just got a call from one of our sponsors. They just backed out.
Yeah, they're done. They're done with us.
So he, for some reason, got stoned. Was like, I'm gonna go walking around.
And he's
in
just wandering
the
around.
family cemetery. And she, Bedelia, was that her name?
Bedelia, yeah.
Bedelia, you bitch.
She's still out here, passed out.
Or so we.
Maybe she's
so
the
we think.
maybe she's the boozing corpse. Is she the boozing corpse?
He's like, oh, I guess I'll.
Still fresh.
Why not?
Why would he?
He's like, whatever. I'll drink it.
He's like, yeah,
Immediately a bad idea.
right. Yeah, I'm in a graveyard.
Oh, he's drunk too already.
I'm in a graveyard and I found a opened half drink or almost drink bottle of whiskey. I'm just gonna pick it up and put my mouth all over it.
Sounds good to me.
That is really creepy. I mean, think about laying in a
Yeah,
grave like that and having a big tombstone being pushed on you. Ugh.
I would have moved a lot faster than that.
I'd have been out of there already.
There's Bedelia's dead body.
Bedelia, you bitch.
You.
I want my cake.
Like, I never understood this. What? Get up, dude. Get up.
I love the imagery of it, though.
Yeah,
Like, it's so awesome.
Terrifying.
I wonder if there's any of the famous screams in this movie. Probably.
There's got to be a. It's a.
The Wilhelm
It's kind of a
scream?
referential movie, so they probably will have it somewhere.
He still wants his cake.
It's so creepy how they did his voice. It's like that gurgle.
Yeah, the gurgling.
Craziness.
That same weird disco song is playing.
She's still dancing. Like, nobody knows where her boyfriend is anymore, and Bedelia still hasn't shown up. And this lady is very adamant that we do not eat until she shows up.
My dear, I really couldn't say. Nobody's
Is your boyfriend? You go find him.
hobnobbing with your Aunt Bedelia. Get up.
Hobnobbing.
Hobnobbing.
Well, I want him. And I want my dinner.
They're habitual hobnobbers.
Well, go get him then.
This brother's such a piece of shit.
He's your husband. I don't even like
don't even like
Go
him.
and get him. After all, he's such a sweet boy.
Some screwed up family.
Really? She's like,
He's so happy with himself.
she's like, ooh, mom wants to fuck your boyfriend or your husband.
Mrs. Danvers.
Oh, it's the blue light in this kitchen. The lighting, it's supposed to, I don't know, it just creeped me out.
The more,
in
the more.
in
and I think
comic
that's-
books, night scenes were usually done with like a bluish hue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the more
If they-
color, the more coloration, the more you're gonna get ready to see somebody die.
Yeah.
Or see
It's
something
almost
crazy.
Like you know something, yeah, outlandish is about to happen.
If he does, he
Oh,
does.
what'd the maid ever do to him?
Ask for too much money.
Well, she didn't tell the cops who killed him, so.
Oh, that's right. She kind of helped with the cover up. Yeah.
Oh, damn. It's old man.
Oh, boy.
Damn.
Nearly ripped her head clean off with that.
He must have been a super strong old man to be able to do that after he's decayed.
How do you think this story would go if they just gave him some cake and he was like, "Hey, thanks."
Yeah.
And he
Would
ate some cake
just
and he's like,
leave?
"All right, guys.
I mean,
see ya."
if I'm that old man, I'm like, yo, we rich. You can't just go buy me a cake. We are rich.
Just give me some cake. And he's like, all right, we're cool now, you guys.
Please.
Look, my darling sister, he is your hit.
I'm good.
It's the 4th of July, so I'm trying to power drink, so I'll take another beer.
I'm scared and it's
By the way, I'm wearing a Ford hat. I don't even wear ball caps.
It's an American Ford hat. There's stars and stripes on it.
I'm celebrating.
give it
I'm celebrating
away.
America right now.
It's supposed to be Halloween.
No, I want everyone
Every day's
to know.
Halloween.
So I want everybody to know how much work this took on these 13 nights. I'm glad they know. Yeah, this is like the 4th one we've done. We've worked on this for half a year.
Yeah, think about it. Yeah, we were doing this shit back in May.
Right, yeah. I mean, by the time people listen to this, we've put a lot of work into these 13 nights. So
Y'all better appreciate
I'm
us.
not ashamed of saying what date it is
This
right
is
now.
hard work.
I don't care if it does dispel the illusion. They need to know. No, I'm gonna tell them.
And another thing. So they're the only two left.
Oh, he got his cake.
Damn, she just break her neck. She ripped her whole head off.
Yeah.
And I got my cake.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes. So great. The end.
freeze frame.
Gag. Arg.
Arg.
There's one down, 4 to go.
Bolt. What?
This was cool too, because in those old comics and stuff.
Yeah, you could like pause it and read it, huh?
Well, there was like there'd be
This one-
ads for them, like send in $20 and you get a shrunken head. you
Oh,
know,
right. Yeah, I remember
or,
those.
you know,
Yeah.
something
This
like
one,
that.
this one's really
Detective
cool.
Kit, Spy Kit or whatever.
This
Yeah,
one's really
yeah.
cool. There's only one actor in this one, and it's Stephen King.
This is probably one of my
Dakota
favorites too.
Yeah,
Holy old Jesus.
he has some awesome lines.
He's so great. Hey, every time he puts himself in one of his films, he always plays like a fucking moron.
Yeah.
Like, he purposely like plays a idiot.
Well, he probably knows he can't
a
act,
buffoon.
so,
yeah,
an absolute
so he
buffoon.
always plays a buffoon.
It's a meteor.
I'm Joe Dirt and you're Joe Meteor.
I do love this story though. It's really
Carpenter
cool.
roller.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite of all 4 of them, or all 5 of them.
And, like turn green.
Jordy Verrill.
I'm going to touch it with my bare hand.
Come on, man.
That seems like a great idea.
That thing just entered the atmosphere.
Didn't we just say that he plays an idiot most of the time?
Oh, shit.
He's so great. Just over the top idiot.
I wonder how much they'd pay for it up to college.
Up at the college.
Up the college.
Department of Meteors.
Look, he's dressed like British Indiana Jones.
His one suit that he has, his church suit.
Do you think they made his teeth bigger?
No.
Probably not. Yeah.
He's a mouse person.
Hey, you guys want to know a little interesting thing about me? Because this is my, this is my time after all. I'm just kidding. But I did work for a very short period of time in Dallas in a. The guy called it a gallery, like an art gallery, but basically it was just a meteorite gallery. And he went all over the place. He had a 4-wheeler with a trailer that he made. The trailer was basically a freak.
Like Joe Dirt carrying around the meteor and that little radio flyer.
It was a metal detector. So the trailer they drug behind the ATV was like a giant metal detector. So he would just go to like farm or like fields, like cattle fields, and
just
do it up and find all these.
through.
Yeah, there was one that was like shaped like a heart that was $90,000.
Oh, damn.
It's pretty cool though.
So gross. This is a body horror story.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
And as soon as he touched it,
did that thing bother you, Tim? Those little bubbles?
Yeah.
You have like trypophobia, don't you?
All sorts of stuff like that. Yeah.
You don't like the little holes and things, huh?
Those photos online. Yeah.
The photoshopped of like lotus flowers in people's hands.
Yeah.
You done it now, Jordy Verrill. You lunkhead.
You're a lunkhead. He just called himself a lunkhead.
$200.
For a broken meteor, like that would devalue it. It's not in mint condition.
And also, like, how silly is he to his lofty goals are $200?
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He
Like,
pay off that bank loan.
Miss Verrill didn't raise no idiots.
I got to try.
gotta try.
That's like the thing that the Predator puts on his wounds. That blue goo.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Part 2. Yeah, he is an idiot because I would not be touching that.
Wouldn't bother me none.
Well, he touched it, and then he immediately put his fingers in his mouth.
Yeah, in his mouth.
The moment he touched it. Meteor shit.
Yeah. Mouth.
The vast majority of all meteors that fall to the Earth, like 99.9%, is just going to be iron. It's just pure iron.
That's that's a big hunk of poop.
That right there. See that? Right, that's space peanut.
That's a space peanut.
I'm gonna go everywhere. I'm gonna be Joe Dirt. You're gonna be Joe Meteor. Hey.
Ooh, you ate off of it. I love that because like they're listening to tell the story. So how do they visually know that he ate a burger off the meteor? All right. Another movie for another time.
It's an interesting TV.
Yeah, there's a lot of knobs on that for.
Oh, the shape of the screen is really, really strange.
Oh, the roundness. That's a like 50s floor set.
Yeah, we used to have one of those big wooden TV.
I had one when we were kids.
Had to sit on the floor.
Set,
So heavy.
Well,
and when it
swiveled,
crapped
did it have that
out,
swivel
you put one
base?
on top
no,
of
it was just one big wooden box.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when
You
it
put the
finally
new one
died
on top,
out,
yeah.
we put the new TV on top of
Yeah.
it.
Because by the time that crapped out, the TVs were a lot smaller.
They've gotten smaller,
Right.
yep.
As
So
we can
I just
see-
threw a black sheet over it and put the new TV on top.
As we see, there's some strange grass that's
Yeah.
like growing around the front
From
yard.
Everything that it's touched.
Now it's coming out of his fingers.
This guy's a major blasphemer.
If you're smart, you just chop your fingers off right now. You don't need those
That's
two
hard
in
to
the middle.
do.
You don't
Yeah,
need, you don't
as
need
if
those
we-
two right there.
These faces he's making, man.
Yeah.
I love how he has visions of just
And
this whole
his-
situation falling apart.
His doctor's office vision is in the skull and crossbones
Yeah.
silhouette.
No, this is awesome.
These fingers have
Got to come off.
come off.
I told you, Verrill. Told you, Jordy. This sadistic
He's got his finger up like, hold on.
So the guy that plays the doctor is Jordy's father, apparently.
What?
Yeah, well, that's revealed later in this.
Oh, shit.
Oh, is it? I didn't know.
Yeah, he comes in through the mirror.
Spoiler.
What doctor has a butcher knife like that in his...
A cleaver?
A cleaver, yeah.
I love
You'd be
this,
surprised.
though.
They use a lot of power tools and
This is
weird
going to be extremely painful.
Cleaver's not very
Saws
precision,
to
though.
open the skull and stuff.
Yeah, there's not much precision.
If anything, you would use a heavy chisel and a hammer would be better than a cleaver.
Yeah, that's going to take a couple whacks even to get through
Yeah.
a finger. All you got to do is just get it real hot so it cauterizes the wound
That's
as
what you do, yeah.
cut it off.
That's how Vikings amputated shit. They would take an axe, get it really hot, place it over that, and hit it with a hammer.
Bam.
Yeah. One fell swoop.
Yep.
He is a lunkhead, though.
He is a
It's
lunkhead.
I mean, he's self-proclaimed lunkhead.
We're talking about like battlefield operations. Like a lot of times when we're doing these podcasts, we're drinking pretty heavily sometimes. Like you're in the Civil War.
Man, they couldn't tell
There's
that.
the tongue shot.
they're
The tongue
about-
shot. Oh,
They're about to come saw your leg off. Just give me the whiskey bottle.
Just give it to me.
it's an interesting story, though. It's just, okay, a meteor lands and everything starts being covered in grass.
Yeah, this weird
Mossy
moss.
kinda.
Yeah.
It's like kryptonite grass is what it looks like.
And basically the thing is, every time they cut back out there, it's getting further and further. It's spreading all over him now. And
What would make sense is if at the very end of this skit, if Monsanto trucks come up and take this away, and they're like, I've never seen such a fertilizer before.
this will solve our
We're gonna utilize this.
our rainforest problem.
That's it.
Which is not really a bad thing if you think about it. Like, it's just going to cover the whole planet in grass.
We're gonna copyright the DNA of this thing.
Yeah. And then Swamp Thing shows up, and it's like, all right.
He's already working with a grass beard. He's got some grass
He's got
chest
that
hair.
grass neck beard. See, that's
all-
what bothers me.
It's all over him. Yeah, it's just that disgusting, like, I can't shave this off.
Yeah,
I
I'd be,
can't,
like, trying to
I can't
shave
do
it
anything to
off.
get this off of me.
Yeah.
Like,
I'd be trying to shave it off and everything.
I would too.
I'd be
I'd be
doing
pulling it out.
I'd be doing crazy. I'd be pouring bleach on my skin, and I'd be trying everything.
Well, you're not a lunkhead, Tim, so.
Will it burn it up? He's got some gas pumps there.
No.
oh, no, no.
Oh, no.
But it's like a one-man show. Like, this whole like, story. It's like just him.
Do a play.
Here you are, you sucker. No juice in there. Some
Half bottle of
He's ready to get.
some
He's ready to
Everclear?
get messed up. Yeah.
Corn liquor.
It's also.
it's probably somebody like Jordy. You think that would be like in an old mason jar, because he probably.
Yeah,
But
makes
check
it-
this. Look how he
makes that shit
makes a
himself.
screwdriver. The screwdriver is going to be absolutely off the chain. Like,
He stirs
yeah.
I mean, I would have already stripped down naked and been.
Oh, I'd be looking at all my crevices. Be like, where's the grass growing out of?
Yeah. Not my dick.
It's out my butt.
Not my pee-pee.
No, not my dick.
Look up. Lift up your head.
That actor right there is probably somebody too. I'd be willing to bet.
Be
I didn't see anything in the Wikipedias.
It might be an uncredited cameo.
That would be an interesting Halloween costume idea. Just like some grass around my chin. Make kind of like a little grass beard.
That'd be a deep cut, man. If somebody.
Hey,
actually
man, I
knows-
love Creepshow, so I don't care. I don't care if people know what I am.
No, but if somebody else knew who you were, you'd have to give them a prize or something.
Exactly. We would become friends immediately.
Are you talking about like as a costume and seeing if anybody would get it?
Yeah.
Just let your neck beard grow out and stuff, and then just get that
Diet green or
that
something.
spray stuff that you
Yeah.
get at Spirit Halloween. That's a good idea for a Halloween costume. And when this comes out, it'll be very close to Halloween. Who knows? Y'all might, if y'all listen to this and you see Chris on Halloween, who knows? He might do it. Just keep growing it out. You got 3 months.
So at this point, if he eats a radish, would it be cannibalism?
Well,
See
if I
his
remember right, he
hands.
does the worst thing in the world. What's the last thing that you want to do if your body is growing grass or plants out of it?
Yeah,
Take a bath.
takes a
You don't want to water
Oh,
yourself.
yeah.
So the last thing you want to do is water yourself. And he's like, I'm going to just dive into this
He's like,
tub.
I'm gonna rinse it off.
This is a good idea.
Probably feels thirsty.
No, he's a lunkhead.
He takes his shirt off and his chest is... He's turning into the Grinch who stole Christmas.
Yeah.
Not there!
Oh, jeez.
All right, so now this comes into the mirror. So the doctor was, in his vision, his actual
He
father.
pictures his dad as the doctor. Yeah. And it seems like all the characters in these have visions or they hear voices or, they're all mentally unstable. He's got look at the magazines. He's got the porno mag, Swank, or is it?
It's a bachelor pad, man.
Yeah. He reads the articles when he's in the bathtub.
Well, I'm pretty sure he only reads it for the articles. He doesn't care about the pictures or the models.
Out of that meteor.
He's never seen a real life naked girl before.
I never, not once.
Ain't I?
Mommy said that was wrong.
What kind of grown Stephen King still says daddy?
He was in the sequel too. He played a truck driver in the sequel.
Was the sequel in the 90s? I kind of remember the sequel.
No,
I
it was
think.
late 80s.
Was it?
Yeah.
I'd be willing to bet 88 or 89 even.
That one was only 3 stories. One of them was.
I must be thinking about the
other two were
Twilight Zone
great.
movie.
The Raft is the best.
The Raft was awesome. The Hitchhiker was really badass. But the one with the Indian statue, not so much.
The Hitchhiker one was a straight homage to an old classic Twilight Zone episode.
Thanks for the ride, lady.
Yeah. She keeps seeing no matter how far she goes down the road, she keeps seeing the same hitchhiker.
The same hitchhiker in the rear view. Yeah.
And she's like, "How did he get ahead of me? That was
they put-
that was 3 towns back."
They
And
put all
he's-
those. They put all those Twilight Zones on Netflix maybe like half a year ago,
I've watched all of them.
and
yeah.
I binged them again.
Yeah.
They're so good. I can't
Yeah.
think of any other show from that time that holds up so well. They're
good.
masterpieces.
Yeah, they
not
really
not
are.
not every single one of them. Don't get me wrong.
No, but
not
a
every single one of
vast
them.
majority of them
Yeah,
are.
the vast majority could be played in any time.
Yeah.
Like in 2018, you can play those. They're
They were very
amazing.
very smart, very creepy.
Yeah, and
And here you see look at this.
Oh, damn.
This always scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, just.
Was he trying to kill
Please,
himself?
God. Yeah. I mean, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I would. I think I would just
He's
be like,
probably suffocating. He probably can barely breathe.
Yeah,
like,
I'd be
just,
like, I'm just gonna see what it's like to live like grass for a while, I guess. I'm gonna go.
He blows his head off.
I'm gonna see what pollinating some girls is like. What's up?
Yeah, but I mean, it's probably like he stuck his fingers in his mouth too, and he saw it on his tongue.
yeah.
So it was probably like on his insides too.
Yeah.
He was probably in a lot of pain.
yeah,
Probably,
he's consumed by it.
Yeah. Castle Rock.
Yeah, it
Portland.
just said it calls for lots of rain coming.
Yeah.
So what's up? What's
and if you know Castle Rock Entertainment.
Yeah.
It's
what's up with all these movies in like the Portland area and the Pacific Northwest and
well,
stuff?
that's Portland, Maine.
That's Stephen King.
Stephen King's from Maine.
King,
I got you, I
Stephen
got you.
King
Okay.
lives in Bangor, Maine.
Okay.
And
yeah.
except for The Shining and like The Dark Tower, all of his novels take place in Castle Rock or Derry, Maine, and
Well, dude,
Fictional towns.
even in the Dark Tower, it ends up back in Maine.
They do
Like, it
visit
ends up back in Maine.
Yeah.
So. All
That's
right,
why-
this is my personal favorite because I love Ted Danson and I love Leslie Nielsen. I love this specific story out
It's
of
a
all.
very, very clever.
I like how they carried the plants into this one. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a real big thing. You don't really see that as much anymore these days, but the 80s and early 90s,
the transitions?
house plants.
Oh, right.
I mean, people's houses used to just be full of plants.
I think people still have plants in their houses too.
I don't know, man. Not
All right,
the,
so
not the
this
people
one
I've been hanging out
with this one, we're starting off. It's just firing off. Ted Danson gets a knock on his door, opens the door, doesn't want to let Leslie Nielsen in. Ted Danson has been screwing Leslie Nielsen's wife, and Leslie Nielsen is pissed, and he's just kind of wanting to talk about it, kind of sort it out.
Leslie Nielsen has like the best voice too.
Oh, he does,
That-
and he's always been so hilarious. But in this specific performance, he's dead serious
All right.
and
We're gonna sit down.
very intimidating. Honestly.
Some of these cables are loose, Harry. I'm surprised you didn't want to change in the quality of your picture.
Be like, bro, what are you doing? We're in here. I'm talking about. I
Let me
just said
plug,
I-
let me
I
plug
had
this
sex with
TV
your
in
wife.
real quick.
You know, you gotta be grateful to us. You know that? I mean, if you ever loved her, you don't now.
That's not a good way of going at it, Danson.
Community shit.
He don't care. He thinks he can kick his ass.
I don't know whether I believe loved her or not, Harry, that doesn't matter. The point is, I keep what is mine.
Yeah.
Exception to that rule ever.
It's about a respect. It's about a power.
A dark role for Leslie Nielsen.
It's very dark for Leslie Nielsen, but it's awesome.
Can we go back to how I fucked up the intro and I said Liam Neeson?
We're gonna act like that never happened. I thought we were still acting like that never happened.
Nah, I own my faults.
Almost like Liam Neeson aged backwards here. Yeah, that's kind of.
Nah.
That's one I want to do. I want to do Rob Roy.
Can we talk about how Tim was like freaking out about houseplants? Like, I mean,
oh yeah, while he's in the bathroom, let's make fun of Tim. Like,
yeah, like.
Hey,
Yeah, nobody
back in the 80s,
hey,
everybody had plants in the 80s.
You guys know.
Everyone.
I brought Tim a plant one time for his house, and the next time I went over, it was dead.
I'm sure
It was literally dead. I was like, Tim, here's I brought you this fern. It's super easy to take care of.
And he's like, what is this?
Just don't,
is this 1987?
It's almost drought resistant. And I was like, just don't put it in the direct light. It'd be fine. Next time I go over, it's fucking dead.
This thing cannot die. It's impossible to die. You'll never kill this plant.
Oh, man.
Dead in a week.
Excuse me.
All right, so they're still facing off. Nilsson's giving those eyes like, don't mess with me, boy. You come with me. So now he's got him.
What was that tape he played, though?
He played a tape of
I'll kick Nielsen's ass.
his wife, which is the girl that Danson has been screwing around with.
Yeah.
He played like an audio. I think if I remember, it was an audio track of her like basically being like in trouble. And he's like, if you want to save her, you need to come with me. So that's why he's going with him.
I'm like, sure, husband whose wife I was cheating on with, I will go with you to the desert in your Jeep.
This is Nilsson teaching them a lesson. He's like,
oh, not to the.
You don't screw my wife. My wife doesn't screw around on me.
Yeah.
And if they do, I'm gonna bring them out to my beautiful home out in the middle of fucking nowhere, and plot to murder them both.
I call my beach house Comfort Station. Is that camp or kids? Stupid. Hi.
Just gonna bury them tires in the sand. Better watch out.
Well.
That is a pretty awesome Jeep, though.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
But Leslie Nielsen still has like this buddy like type of like tone in his voice.
Really
He's like, come on, let's go. Come on.
Yeah, he's trying to get him to put his guard down, you know?
Well, he knows he
No, I
has
think
him.
he's just a
He knows that he
psychopath.
has him like in his grips, like. So it doesn't matter what he does.
Why would you even go with him? Like, for real?
I think you'll find interesting.
Because he's wanting to make sure that this girl is not in danger.
Oh, look, there's your grave.
What? The burial mound of my lady Faye? Could be.
Could be. Yep, I knew it. Fucking dummy.
It's a very simple story too. It's not like, oh, there's a ghost or there's some monster in a crate.
No,
it's a guy who
these are the
his wife cheated on him and he's pissed.
Yeah, this could happen.
Yeah.
Zombies
Well,
can't happen.
up
but
to this
could happen.
point, it can happen. Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, he's not playing around anymore.
Oh, hey, he's back. Hey, he's back. Anyway.
Oh, hey, Tim. Hey, Tim.
Tim.
Hey, welcome back.
What's up, dude?
You don't miss me?
Yeah. Well,
totally,
we weren't even talking about you at all.
Not at all, not even a little bit.
Oh, did he know you left? Yeah.
Yeah.
As y'all know, we're recording this
All
on 4th of July. I just stepped out to smoke and can see some fireworks,
Guys,
popping off in the distance.
No. At this point, there's 12 days to Halloween. This is not the 4th of July.
Thanks for keeping us on our shit.
And
Chris.
Yeah.
Leslie Nielsen's not playing around at this point, Tim. At all.
What
He's
are you
like,
gonna do?
he's like, get in that hole
What would you
and
dig a square
bury
hole?
yourself in there. And that's the only way that we can proceed.
bury yourself in the. How you get what? Like up to your head or
That
something?
whole
I guess.
dig your own grave kind of thing.
Yeah.
Nah, dude, shoot me. I'm not gonna make it easy
Right,
for you.
exactly.
Yeah.
I'd rather get shot than do that.
No, I'm just kidding. I would probably cling to the 15 extra minutes of a wretched life.
But dude, honestly, like out of this entire movie, the performance here from Danson and Nielsen is absolutely awesome. Like
it is the most.
they
convincing. It's the
really
least
they
campy.
sell
Yeah.
both of these like characters very very well, and that's
Well,
why it's my favorite one out of all
It's
of them.
not it's not fantastical like what we've
Right.
seen so far.
Right.
This is a real.
It's very personal.
Yeah, exactly.
All you want, Harry.
I love this.
Comfort Point is very.
I
sorry.
own all of it.
Before I got in that hole, I would just.
And then
would've-
Leslie Nielsen's like,
I just
hell,
would
doesn't
have
matter.
turned and ran zigzag. Because even if he got you with one of those bullets, you would have survived.
Maybe. I mean,
Maybe.
you are in the
I
middle of
mean-
nowhere. You probably would have bled out.
Yeah, that's true. Depending on how. Yeah.
But
they
then
are-
again, let me see what kind of gun he's got again.
looks like a 22.
It's just a little
maybe.
pistol.
It looks like a 38 stub nose to me.
It doesn't matter. Like, he owns all this property.
Yeah.
There's no one that's going to come and save him
And
at all.
It's really hard to run.
He
in
has
sand.
them, like, in the palm of his hands.
Now this, I'm sure he has extra room in there because just having all that sand packed down around you
Make it very hard to breathe.
Very hard to breathe. Yeah, he'd be taking very small gasps of air already.
Buried in wet cement, huh? Can't move your arms. Don't have any leverage.
Yeah, no leverage. Can't claw your way out.
And it only gets worse when the tide comes in.
Oh yeah, when the
That's
sand
true,
when
you
that sand
it
gets
down.
when that sand gets wet,
Yeah.
and it just.
It's true. You would not be able to move.
I mean,
Yeah.
he could just suffocate. If he stayed in that hole long enough, he wouldn't be able to breathe anymore.
I mean, we live. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Prost. I mean, we live by the beach. You guys have been like laid down and been covered by sand, right?
yeah,
Not buried vertically. This is vertically, but just horizontally on the surface,
sand's
and then
pretty heavy.
sand's like thrown on you. It is really tough to do like a sit up and get up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then somebody comes by and makes like boobs on you and stuff.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
I love this. Crap.
Go and get.
He's like yelling at the crab. And then
get out of here.
Nelson comes up and he has like a little wisecrack thing to say.
Like, why does he?
Found a friend, Harry.
It found him. It's just gonna stick around and eat your eyeballs out when you're dead.
Is that his TV?
Yeah, it's his TV. So we're not in the digital age where we can just like cast things or Bluetooth shit.
He had to
so
he had to run this
for him to
cord
really,
out there.
yeah, for him to really like
fuck?
sell this whole entire thing, he had to run an extension cord like
many
all the
miles
way
of
across the
cable?
beach, plug in this tube TV.
Man, he is crazy.
Oh no, yeah,
I want that sweater though.
it's all very methodical. Like
That's some swag sweater right there.
I'll give you anything. Just get me out of this hole. All right?
Well, I have something here.
He obviously has money. You can't. There's.
Yeah, what are you gonna give him?
Yeah. What are you gonna give
the
him?
thing is what is he showing? Like there's no live feed at this point in time.
Oh yeah, that's his wife. In the same situation.
Well, he could. I mean, if he's got a camcorder on her, if one of
True.
those cables is
Right,
to
but
the other one.
But in this day and age, like at this point, you don't know for sure if this is live or if this is already like pre-recorded.
Right,
yeah.
So you don't know.
I'm sorry. She lost a coin toss. I had to bury her further down the beach.
This is his plan: is trap him until the high tide comes in.
Trick. You son of a bitch! That's some kind of special effects trick.
VCR back there. Oh, I'm sorry. You can't.
VCR.
Let me assure you, Harry, the VCR is not on play. It's
That's always been one of my favorite shots. Is right there where he's pointing at the TV and Ted Danson's head sticking out of the sand.
He's just so
And he's just so happy.
casual. And,
Yeah.
Have you guys? All right. So I hate to detract from the story we have going on right now, but have you ever seen a very modern sort of representation of this movie called VHS?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen the first one.
Yeah, the first
three of them.
VHS.
That was actually something that's still in consideration for the rest of the.
It was really, really good,
the
and
rest of the series.
I don't like found footage shit, but
one of the
that was good.
yeah, but one of the skits though was very much in line with this, and it was a couple on their honeymoon, and
The
it was
lesbian couple.
No, well, that's what it ended up being. It
Oh,
was
that's
scary.
right, that's right.
That's like, I don't usually get afraid of things anymore, but that scared the fucking bejesus out of me. I watched that movie with a girlfriend of mine at the time, where it was very, very believable to me that would happen to me. So I could not go to sleep that night. I was like laying beside her, and I was like,
Well, it was portraying just like actual, just like murder. There was no like supernatural thing involved.
no, it's like this. Like,
Yeah,
there's
it
nothing
was just-
supernatural about this.
So far.
This is
Yeah.
revenge, like Ted Danson, you're gonna die. I don't know, I just wanted. I remember how scary that was.
I really liked the first one. I thought it was done very
It
well.
was so good.
Well,
Yeah.
even the
I still haven't seen those
even the
either.
sequels have like, and those are anthologies too.
Right, they are anthologies,
There's one or two good ones in the sequels, but not overall. They're pretty bad.
The first one was really good, I thought.
First one's good, yeah.
I've seen the first one a few
I
times.
even like that loose, cohesive narrative in it, where it was just
They're
like
in the house.
Yeah, the rambunctious.
That was creepy.
I really can't.
Yeah, Chris, you're actually the one that told me about VHS. You're the one that recommended that to me years ago.
I just ran it out of a Redbox whenever Redbox was like new.
They're all on Netflix now.
I was surfing the web one day and I saw a trailer for it and it was like, this is gonna be the scariest movie ever. And I was like, all right, I'll check it out.
You could actually buy it on VHS too.
Yeah,
it was available on
So
VHS.
how do you think he got her in the hole? I mean, it's a little bit easier.
She probably just came home after she was screwing him and he was like, hey, guess what? I know what you've been doing, and now I'm gonna drag you to the beach and
I know you've been
bury
fucking Sam Malone. Spending your nights in his bar.
Oh no!
The tide's coming in. It's gonna be like concrete. He's not gonna be able to. He can't even move now, much less.
Yeah, as far as like during filming, there must be some kind of box around him so that he could breathe. And they could easily get him out of the sand.
There's all kinds of contraptions they could have made for this.
Yeah.
I mean, it might not be real
box,
sand.
yeah.
It's probably
right.
Or they've just got
No, it probably was like a box. You just dig a hole big enough for a box. Yeah.
And stick his head out the top.
That's probably how it was. Yeah.
That's when I would start
put
panicking.
A little skirt. You put like a little skirt around their shoulders or something, then fill some sand on top of that.
I think.
I do love the music in this movie.
Music, yeah, God, it's so creepy.
So he's got like all these Batman cameras, like in his little beach mansion.
Very big about security, and of course, this is 1982.
He's
the
a
fact that
control
dude
freak.
owned a VCR. I mean, VCRs in
rich.
1982 it's probably fucking $700.
Dude, this probably scared the hell out of women that were dating super rich dudes.
I mean, just to own a VCR.
They were like, if I piss this guy off, he's gonna bring me out in the middle of his middle of nowhere beach and murder me.
I mean, can you find out what a VCR would have ran in 1982?
Yeah, let me look.
It was very, very new.
I think they were actually called VTRs back then.
Yeah.
He has a totally different sort of a red room.
Before the VHS Betamax wars.
Look how Bruce Wayne that shit is right there.
Yeah.
Why I have this massive house. I'm gonna put all these televisions right here, but just lay a painting over
very
it.
Paranoid dude.
He could have a whole room dedicated to it.
The first VCR introduced in '75 was $1,400, and then
All right, now get on there.
In 1982, it was like $640.
Yeah,
$640 for a VCR in '82.
Yeah.
So $640 adjusted for inflation now.
Yeah.
What is that? That's like two grand.
It was very new, and not everybody had one yet.
It was top of the line type of stuff.
It was the first time you could see a movie without having to go to the movie theater.
Right. Let alone having enough rich fuck you money that you have that much money just to like throw in the ocean like this.
All right, so
today
this
would be $1,600. Yeah.
Wow. So at this point, we realize he is watching this as a live feed. There's no no pre-recorded tape. He wasn't tricking Ted Danson. They are both on completely different sides of the beach. Or who knows how close they are to each other, but they're far enough where they can't actually hear each other.
Yeah.
Which I don't think would take being that far apart,
and
honestly. But
with all the sound from the waves,
yeah,
and the
from
ocean
the
and
waves, the
everything,
wind, everything.
she may not be very far at all.
A whole other cool thing is that actually when as the water recedes, you would actually become unburied.
A little bit.
I think, yeah.
But I think just because the sand is wet doesn't mean. I mean, it would still be too much for him to. Crawl out.
You could see it sinking around his neck. So I mean, like that's real beach, right?
But it's
there.
going down, you know.
Right.
Which
Maybe.
it's just,
I love this.
It's just packing.
You hear me, Richard? You hear me, Richard? I'm gonna get you!
Oh yeah, how you plan on doing that?
Yeah.
Gotta hold your breath.
Gotta hold your breath.
I love that shot.
It's an awesome shot. And then the red glowing. I remember when I first saw that, I was like, wait,
That's
what?
a great shot.
Wait, are we going to see a zombie?
I guess he's like the spirit of vengeance now. I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, we've seen the red.
Well,
That's the first time we saw the crazy color.
Well, the reds come up in each one that we've seen so far. Anytime something.
I love the whole scene of the cleanup. He's like, well, I'll grab the TV. I'm like, they're dead. Let me get this out of here. Okay.
Yeah, that TV.
Go get a sandwich in a minute.
I can't be littering my private beach here, you know. He's still wearing that
Where was
delicious.
Where was that supposed to be plugged in, by the way? Like, he just pulled it right out of the beach.
I think that was into
the back of the TV,
from the VCR to the
yeah.
the camcorder, maybe.
The VCR probably floated off.
Even the camcorders probably were expensive as shit. Probably even more than the VCR.
Probably way more.
Oh yeah.
See, he's got his brain screwed on. He's like, all right, the current pulled him.
Yeah,
it pulled him, but not the TV.
Heads
right
there.
Right.
If the current pulled him out, then your plan wasn't foolproof then.
Right. It sure didn't pull the pail out, the easiest thing to pull out.
You got to think it was a pretty silly plan to begin with. Yeah, drive it. You grab my TV and bring it out here.
I mean, he put enough thought into it to like have a closed caption monitoring system on it. So
yeah, but you can't control Mother Nature, the freaking ocean.
Sure, we can.
You gonna choke out the ocean? You gonna choke out the beach?
You never went and fought the waves?
Oh, I fought the waves.
You got to
punch a wave in the face.
I've punched a wave in the face.
You fight the waves to before you have to go back to school to really just like say how much you hate that the summer's ending. You punch the waves and you fight. You're like,
Dude, rage against the dying of the light.
Against the dying of the sun.
Wasn't that something that actually happened in history?
What?
It was maybe Roman times or something like that. He ordered his army to attack the ocean because of Poseidon or whatever it was.
I think you there's a story about it. I don't know if it was real or not, but yeah.
I would never charge directly at Poseidon if he existed.
Oh, look, the
why
ashtray.
would I?
That's the exact same ashtray from the first story. On his bedside. I'd never noticed that before. When he just set his glass down, the camera panned away. That was the ashtray that she beat him over the head with.
I never noticed that. That's awesome.
The big marble one with that whatever it was on the side.
Did you find the historical
Yes, it was
story?
Caligula.
Oh, that makes a lot of
He
sense.
declared war on Poseidon.
Yeah, and
that
sent
dude
his
was bonkers.
Sent his legion into the ocean. He was bonkers. We should do Caligula, you guys.
That's like a 3-hour movie.
We should do Caligula.
Is that suede or silk? It's like suede,
That's
right?
velour, dog. It's
Yeah.
82.
That shit looks comfortable. Really
It's
comfortable.
pretty comfy. It gets a little hot, though. But
If it was socially acceptable, I would just walk around in that all the time.
it's velour. Crushed velour, to be exact.
See, yeah, I mean, because he has all the cameras and everything around, it's like he's clearly a very paranoid person.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but
Well, because he got
like,
he said he knew he went out to sea, so he's kind of like,
Yeah.
one camera's out, so he's getting a little confused. We got the smoke going on back there. He's like, well, can't a guy just murder people in peace?
I would never be able to murder somebody because my paranoia would drive me insane.
Well, I wouldn't want to because I know how easy it would be.
I would never.
what was that
be-
story
feel
with the
safe ever.
beating heart underneath the floorboards?
That was Poe.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly like that. He always felt like he still heard the heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have a conscience first.
And most killers are sociopaths, so they don't have a conscience.
You know, after I do a good killing, I just like taking off my shoes and socks and
Boy, I sure do love
just
doing a
getting
killing.
a good hot shower.
I mean, that's a pretty standard story,
It
though.
reminds me of
The,
Carbompulus Michael or whatever.
Here I go killing again.
Here I go killing again. Boy, I sure do love killing.
That's Andy Daly. You're talking about freaking Rick and Morty?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Carbompulus.
Andy Daly is a god.
Oh, geez, Rick, I don't think you're supposed to be selling guns to an international hitman.
Dude, hit
Intergalactic.
that hair with some water, bro.
No, man, you can't fuck up at the toupee.
Bro, you telling me you so rich that you can afford like a house in the Hamptons,
Look at that
3 miles
fireplace.
of beachfront property, and you can't have the shower head be above your head? You best hire your contractor, dog.
He's stopping the 2 drips that are coming out of the shower. Uh-oh.
That's one of those things, you know.
I dare say there's some critters coming towards
You're
them.
never more vulnerable unless you're in the shower or taking
This
shit.
one seems much longer than the other ones, actually.
Yeah, they're not all the same exact
Much
length.
quieter
Yeah.
and creepier.
Yeah.
The first 2 were definitely short, yeah.
This one's 5? I thought it was 4.
This is
counting
part
the-
3. This is the 3rd story. We did Jordy, Father's Day, and then this.
Dude, this guy just owns like robes like nobody's business.
He likes to feel comfortable.
Look at all those VHS tapes.
Wentworth?
Huh?
Wentworth?
Well, those are probably all the recordings of all the other people he's killed.
Show yourself, boy.
They
probably are.
He records them so he can go back and
They're
watch
like
them.
Dennis's sex tapes.
Yeah,
but
That's
he's
the
like,
worst
yeah.
relationship I've ever heard of. It's like, I'm in love with her, but it's only because she cheats on me I get to kill people. And I really like some killing.
It's only a matter of time.
Or I'll shoot you. You don't need to warn them. If they're in your house, just fire away.
I love how there's like just like seaweed and just gross like beach shit hanging off of them.
They're ocean zombies.
Yeah, that's what they are. They're water trash.
Same.
Water trash.
I'm water trash.
He does like a.
Silsby trash.
He does a pretty incredible.
I should probably just go. Should I just get it?
I mean, you're the minority in this.
Look at this!
situation.
Look at this scream here. The scream that he does. It's awesome.
Already dead. All the dead people always have that gurgling.
Better hold your breath.
So first of all, Richard, you should know that if you just shoot him in the head, you'll be fine.
I'd already be shooting him in the fucking face. Yeah.
He was very confident about that shot. I don't know. I think I'd be a little more. I think I would have been a little more freaked out about that.
Yeah, I'd pump a couple more bullets in him.
His confidence with the gun is it's a little too much.
They already have like barnacles on their face and shit. But their hands are normal still. You can see
Just very,
they're clean palms.
Just
Look
very
at that.
pruny. They're just very pruny.
Here it comes.
Why you run, dude?
Why are you not running? Yeah. They're obviously very slow. You could run away.
Yeah, get in your Jeep and haul ass.
He's got like a exterior little outhouse door bolt on his door.
Yeah. Who's he trying to lock into his bathroom? Or no, he is in the bathroom now.
I've always been a little conflicted about this specific one because, he's a murderer. Yeah, he's sadistic, but
he also got cheated
they started
on.
it.
Yeah,
they did it.
Yeah, that's true.
They're the assholes.
Yeah, but
he's the murderer, which makes him the true asshole. But still,
but he murdered in a fantastic way.
Very sadistic.
Yeah.
He wanted them to suffer.
He murdered
could have
in
just
a way
shot
that
both of them on the beach, but he
murdered in a way that would definitely enact like vengeance from his future.
He had extension cords. He had TVs, all this other shit. Kind of a lot like how Jigsaw has like thousands and thousands of dollars worth of gears and all these dumb things that eventually can pull a person's finger off. You know, like.
He's just gone nuts.
It's so crazy that.
So Vince has that shirt of that.
Oh no shit!
That shot, yeah.
That's awesome.
I've always wanted that shirt. I can hold my breath a long time.
Cheers to the ending of that one.
Cheers to.
It's always my favorite.
Two left.
Leslie Nielsen.
It's just weird to see both of those actors in something like that.
It's like the only time he ever played a bad guy, except for Dracula Dead and Loving It.
And he's not even a bad guy in that
You
one.
guys have so much obscure knowledge, it's ridiculous.
Hey, it's freaking Mel Brooks, man.
Yeah, Mel Brooks.
I think it was his last like really great movie.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if that was after Robin Hood Men in Tights.
It was after Men in Tights.
That might have been his last best one.
That was his last amazing one.
I'm a moil.
Dead and Loving It was awesome.
He snipped the tip.
All right, this one, I remember this one like growing up. Like this was Matt Long's like the one that terrified him the most as a kid.
I remember, this is my least favorite of all of them, but I remember there's a really big jump scare in it at some point that scared the shit out of me as a kid.
This one's very interesting. This one has Adrienne Barbeau.
Yep.
She plays the most annoying human being on the face of the earth.
That guy's somebody too.
There she is.
Adrienne Barbeau was always considered a babe. I never really thought so.
I never thought
she was
so
in
either.
Escape from New York. She was also in The Fog.
She might have still been married to John Carpenter at this point.
Yeah,
maybe.
She's in a lot of Carpenter stuff.
I don't know. I can't get into like the Afro Jerry curl.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like that's the only thing about her that turns me off. Other than that, she's super pretty.
I don't like the hair.
I mean, look at that. It's like a sheepdog.
You can't afford a straightener. But that guy's very recognizable. I think
Hal Holbrook.
He might have just been like a TV actor or
He's
something.
in a lot of shit.
He's like this massive pushover, and she's just the worst.
She's a massive bitch, yeah.
Take my word for it.
Henry is
Who, him?
Mm-hmm.
And Wilma.
Oh, just take
Yeah, he's in a lot of things.
Yeah, she.
Did you ever meet a man who didn't?
Wasn't he the old cool guy in Billy Madison?
No.
Actually, we just got here.
Oh, well, we can take care of that. You just
I don't know.
She's already flirting with.
She takes the floor.
Yeah.
He can't say a single word. Like
Just steals that lady's husband away from her.
Ugh.
Every time he tries to talk, she talks over him. Yeah.
right. Now take care of them. They don't know
There's a dream sequence that's coming up pretty soon that I've always loved.
It loves you too.
God, I remember I was very, very young when I saw this the first time. I still was living in Austin, which means I couldn't have been older than 9 years old the first time I saw this movie.
Dude, I was probably like 17 or 18 when I first saw it. I was older.
I don't know what my parents were doing letting me watch this at 9 years old, but thank you. They always encouraged my love of film. And it paid off, because here we are today doing
a free
A2Z
podcast.
movie
Yeah.
podcast. I made it, Mom and Dad.
So she's got her eyes over there.
Yeah, she's
A little cocky, a little jerko.
So it's escaping me.
cups.
Like I need to know what else he's been in because I'm.
Well, I think Zito had him pulled
He's
up.
got a Bob Newhart look, but it's
He
like,
does.
It's
He has
messing with me.
a very familiar face.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
even whenever I've looked him up, I'm like, oh, cool, he was in this. Or that. It
All the
wasn't like
President's
something.
Men, The Fog. He was in The Fog.
Yeah, nothing major. Where it was like, oh shit.
Yeah, all right. Thank you.
He was in The Firm.
I forgot about The Firm.
Not really a lot. Like he looks really familiar, but
He's got with that face. Of
he looks
that guy
like
that's
he
in that
looks
one
like
thing.
Dean Wormer from Animal House, but he's not.
He looks like
Kinda, yeah, kinda does.
He
Yeah,
was
yeah,
on.
yeah. He does
coulda-
look like that
He
guy.
could have been in Law and Order, or some.
Yeah, he did a lot of
He was
TV stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
He was probably a TV guy.
Yeah, he did a lot of TV stuff.
Those people tend to look the most familiar.
So I thought I'd
And
call
he's
you
just
anyway. See what
putting up with her walking around,
Who told you I was here? Charlie Garrison.
flirting with all the
So
other
it's
men
this
there.
it's this hoity-toity party, basically, is what's going on.
night or day when it gets going.
Yeah.
He's very dedicated.
This guy that we're looking at on the phone,
Almost willing to bet that crate's full of National Geographic.
what is his relation to Adrian Barbeau's man? I forget. Or they're both like they both practice the same.
I think they're colleagues. Yeah. Of Some
Right.
kind at the
Yeah.
same college.
Mm-hmm.
Because isn't that what it is? Isn't it a college where
Yeah,
this
yeah.
thing got
Like, yeah.
delivered?
Yeah.
This crate,
They're all very stiff.
the crate got delivered
collegiate.
to
Yeah,
this. Yeah.
yeah.
And then something about an Arctic expedition.
They brought back the thing.
Crate the National Geographic's after all, Mike.
There goes the comic panel.
It's a sweet little ride, a little MG.
I don't know what you'd call that, the comic panel thing. It's not a wipe and it's not a dissolve.
Is that
It
a
would-
little MG?
It is a wipe.
I guess
but
it is kind of like a
Yeah.
wipe.
It's just it's a comic panel transition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make the shark in Jaws look like fucking Flipper.
There's his fantasy.
This dream sequence is great.
God, Henry, what's wrong now?
That's like his
Not a
his-
thing,
that's his
Wilma.
wife too,
Dirty,
right?
hairy gun.
Everything's just fine.
He probably has fantasies like that every single day.
And they all clap. It's so awesome.
Thank God, Harry. It's
all
about
Harry.
time.
And then he's like, yes, thank you.
Harry finally grew up hair.
She was becoming rather a thorn in our party.
Hell of a shot.
Hell of a shot.
Bullseye.
You do everything right? Huh?
Huh?
That's what I figured. Huh?
Just be like, maybe you've had enough champagne, sweetheart.
Half an hour
How do they even get together? It's so polar opposites. I don't even understand. Like,
Well,
that's-
a person like that.
That's
and I was
a
gonna say- I was
backstory
gonna
we'll
say-
never
I've got
know.
to suspend my
I was gonna say a
disbelief
woman
right
like that, but men do the same thing, where they find somebody that they can
push
step on.
around.
Yeah,
I guess so. Yeah, I guess you're right.
They need somebody that they can
take care of
control, manipulate, and
a lot of men do that. Yeah,
and that's
They'll
what
find
they
a
want. But then
pushover, yeah.
they eventually resent the person
then they get
for like,
bored,
why don't
yeah.
you ever stand up for yourself? It's like, well, that's
I don't know. You picked me for this reason.
why you married me.
Yeah.
bitch.
Is that a flashlight?
Yeah.
Yeah,
80s flashlights look pretty weird.
and the date. Oh God, I forgot about what happens in this story.
But yeah, this was my buddy Matt's. Like,
Julia
this is the one that
Carpenter.
scared him the most. Like the crate,
Oh.
the thing in the crate.
Yeah, Julia Carpenter. It's from the Arctic.
1834. So it's old.
This is very,
very old.
This is very like cosmic horror. It's very mountain.
It's 150 years old for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah, Horlock University.
He should really just take his tie off. Like
I would have.
I don't know, just like kind of relax for a
custodian
minute.
go in there. I'd be like, I'll hold the flashlight. Hey, custodian dude, go pull that weird crate out.
This
of there.
whole thing just seems very Lovecraftian to me. Like beginning in a college, something from Antarctica, a package.
I can see that.
A man having a break with reality. It's very Lovecraftian. It almost seems like Cthulhu.
Did you ever see In the Mouth of Madness?
Yeah. Yeah.
That movie is incredible, and it's a very Lovecrafty movie.
Very, very.
Well, I mean, the name, instead of Mountains of Madness, Mouth of Madness.
Right. It's got Sam Neill in it. It's badass.
John Carpenter.
It's got Vigo from Ghostbusters 2.
Vigo.
Lord Vigo.
He is Vigo.
I own it. Y'all can borrow it if you want to. Of course I own it.
There's a lot of Lovecraftian sort of horror around. The Mist. The Mist is very Lovecraftian.
Oh, yeah. I mean, hell, one of the monsters towards the end is
Cthulhu.
Yeah, it's basically Cthulhu. Guillermo del Toro has been trying for years to
make a mountain proper madness.
Yeah. And he would be the guy to do it too.
I think Event Horizon is very Lovecraftian.
Yeah, I think so too. I agree.
It's got some elements of that too. Yeah,
I think that's one of like the biggest ones. It's so scary to me.
That movie
screwed me up when I was a kid.
The special effects do not hold up today, but it's still very fucking
it screwed me up
crazy
when I was a kid. I'm not the same.
What's wrong? Felt like something shifted.
Hey, Scruffy, man, why don't you, Scruffy? Can you open this crate for me? I'm feeling a cold. I don't feel my strength is.
Take your freaking tie off, dude. He's like sweating his ass off, and he's still just like buttoned all the way up to his throat.
Yeah, that would be improper, sir.
It's killing me.
Loosen the tie.
He's like, no. He's like, I've rolled up my sleeves. That's good enough. Like, that's fine.
You can unbutton that top button, dude.
He's an educator, sir. He has to have that tie on all the time.
He has to look professional at all times.
At all times.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. If somebody walked down there and saw him without his tie on,
he'll lose his job.
He'd lose his job.
That'd be it. Hit the road.
I have tenure.
She's like, why is my afro looking bad? Oh, because it always looks bad. Because I've got an afro.
It's not an afro. It's a Jerry curl. Come on.
It's a sheepdog haircut. I can't do it.
It's a Jerry curl. They're totally different. They're totally different.
Perms were very popular back
It's not a Jerry curl.
It's a Jerry curl.
It's not a Jerry curl. I'm telling you.
We'll ask D. We'll ask D when we see him. We'll bring up a screenshot and we'll be like, D, yo, what is this a Jerry curl or an afro?
He'll be like, I don't see no sheen in that. He goes, white people can't have no Jerry curl.
He'll say,
he's probably going to go ahead and say it's a Jerry curl, and I'll go ahead and say whatever D says, I agree with. So there.
All right, cool.
We'll let him decide.
He keeps having these fantasies of murdering her.
I would too.
What would you do without me?
I don't know. Maybe sleep. Have some peace.
There's so many people that are like, it sucks being single, and then you see this, and you're like, no, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Yeah, for real.
I'm fine.
Back to work, Harry.
There were some, huh, Doc?
Harry.
It's taking him forever to open this damn crate.
He kind of, you know what? You know who he actually kind of looks like now? He kind of looks like James Caan to me.
That guy?
Yeah.
I can see that, actually.
A little bit.
I can see that.
Look at him. He looks like James Caan.
A little bit, except for that nose.
Yeah, just his expressions. Maybe that's why I think he looks so familiar.
The profile's kind of, like James Caan, yeah.
All right, get that open. Pop that open, girl.
You can tell he's never done a day of labor in his life.
He's like, what do I do? I pop it with... He's popping it with his palm.
All right, I'll just... That's what I do, right? Yes. This is a crowbar? It doesn't even look like a crow.
Let me blow some of that dust away. Well, they are kind of fucking it up. They're trying to get it open.
Where did this thing even come from? They've got like blacksmith nails in it.
1834.
1834, yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Got those handmade nails and all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's got smith nails. You can make a whole house with them.
They were important back in the day. Whenever they would move, they would just burn their house down and collect all the nails.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's really easy to make those. I could I could probably make like...
that was from a Texas history book, so, you know.
Look, I love this movie with all my heart, but this is definitely my this is definitely my least favorite.
A nail a minute. Honestly.
Oh, Jesus.
Pop that sucker open, baby girl. Come on.
Hey, you guys want to talk shit about Tim again now that he left?
And here's these. Look at this. Big old yellow eyes, if I remember correctly. Yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh, don't wait your hand.
Why did he immediately reach into it? Did you see what he did?
Bro?
He made a face like he was frightened and then shoved his hand down into the crate.
That doesn't make any sense. What are you doing, bro?
He was offering his...
a kitty.
You got the awesome red lighting.
I'll pull a stump out. Fuck.
At this point, he should just yank his hand out of the beast and then just take off running. Like, that's what you should do. But instead, he just kind of lays there. He's just... He completely submits to the entire situation.
He's like bleeding out now.
Yeah.
No,
there it is.
Bring him into his hole. What the fuck?
Yeah. So now he knows that this is here. Yeah. So he starts becoming obsessed with keeping it away from human beings, like and keeping it locked away.
Whatever creature that is, he has quite a bit of food for a while, right?
Well, as long as he keeps bringing dumb idiots downstairs, then yeah.
Is that a spoiler?
I mean, we don't know like what the creature is. We'll never know like what it truly
obviously
feasts
loves its
on.
little box. It doesn't want to leave the box.
Yeah.
So yeah, now he's in like full blown freak out mode.
It had been in there for like 100 years, I guess, right?
Yeah,
150, damn near.
Yeah, damn.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So yeah, now it's the whole typical story of, oh, this guy's seen this stuff, nobody believes him. And all he's doing is just constantly ranting about how he's seen this big beast.
It wasn't even that big. It was just fucking creepy. It had like
I don't know, man.
And...
The head of that thing is pretty big. That whole teeth structure, I wouldn't mess with that at all.
I'm sorry for coughing, by the way. Yeah. Is it dragging his box? What?
He likes that box, man.
That is creepy, though.
It's pretty far out, bro.
He's like, Professor Stanley, are you in the LSD experiments?
I'm having trouble swallowing this. What the fuck are they going with?
When movies do this, it's so silly because all he has to do is like, hey, just follow me real quick.
Yeah.
Let me show you like where I just saw this insane thing happen. It was literally just a couple minutes ago.
But imagine you're in this situation though, right? Where, say I came to you and I'm like, oh my God, in the back room of Thirsties, there's a thing in this box. Like it killed Tim, right? And you haven't seen Tim yet. Would you go with me to see that box?
First and foremost, I wouldn't believe you at all.
But would you go see the box?
If I believed you, I don't know.
I don't think so. I've learned a lot from watching movies like
exactly.
this.
Yeah. So that's the thing I'm saying. Like in real life, I don't know. I don't know if you would.
We'll never know.
If I'm like, no, listen, I'm telling the truth. Like, just come and look at me. Like, this thing already killed somebody. Come and look at the thing that already killed somebody.
That's an intense situation, though, because honestly, if you're like, dude, Tim is literally dead in here, I'd be like, no, he isn't. And if you're like, no, seriously, then I would go in there. I'd see his dead body, and then I would leave and run for the hills because there's a demon beast inside of a crate inside of Thirsties. I'm not doing it.
What do you think's he killed him now?
Oh yeah, he does, doesn't he? Yeah.
Well, his tie's loosened up now, Chris.
Well, he's a man of reason. He's gonna figure it out.
The only reason why his tie is loose is because it's supposed to make him look disheveled, which is upsetting because he should have just kind of relaxed the tie from the get-go.
It's a departure from his facade, which is his facade is
right.
reason. It's academia, right? Now it's he's got that short ass tie.
And this guy, he's got this Poindexter thing going on.
Hey, Johnny.
He looks like the kid from Trolls 2 who's like, oh my God, they're gonna eat us.
They're eating her, and then they're going to eat me.
And then they're gonna eat me.
Oh my God. All right, they need to figure this out.
Come on, Charlie.
You can do it. What the fuck is that?
So it just put itself back under the stairs.
Hey? That's okay. That's all right.
Don't go in there.
So Tim, how do you like the fridge and the drinks and all that and everything in the studio?
It's good. It's good.
Yeah, we have a nice little space here now.
I need to help keep it stocked.
Yeah, it's surprising how much money it takes to fill that thing up with beverages. Really. I filled it up like a little bit and it cost like $55 or something.
Jeez.
Yeah. But it's nice. It's nice for the guests, it's nice for you guys, it's nice for us.
Yeah, it's nice to be able to go grab a cold bottle of water. I'm not a beer drinker per se, so.
Per se.
For those that are still listening, it's actually 9:30 p.m. And Aaron's still wearing his sunglasses inside this very dark studio.
There's lots of fireworks going on outside.
Hey, guess
right
what?
Now, too. You can see them.
Guess what?
Chicken butt?
Here goes the crazy
Fuck you,
lights.
this is America. I'll do whatever I want.
All right. Look at that. Look at that.
So
It's
silly.
like a gorilla.
Yeah, it's.
I didn't realize it was like
a mutated gorilla thing. It's so silly looking.
Damn.
Big cheesy Halloween
You can
mask.
hit it. It's pretty strong if you can hit it on the back of the
Look,
head.
that
with
guy's able to actually almost get away from it.
It's
you can hit
like
on the back of the head with a monkey wrench. And
it's like super evil Sasquatch type
that's
thing.
shit.
That's good right there.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Gorillas are
That's
vegans
got
though. So
Savini written all over it.
Savini's such a badass. Ugh.
Yeah. It's feeding time. Ooh.
we gotta stop it.
Two people are already dead.
And he's like, "What are you talking about? Please be quiet. My wife is trying to rest."
Hey Dex, hold it. Come on, brother. Hey.
Dead already.
Who's dead?
That's weird.
So he went up to the apartment with a guy who's always thinking about killing his wife, right?
Yeah.
I could be blamed.
You're freaking out because somebody died. Here, get drunk. That's what I mean. If I saw somebody get murdered, I'd be like, I need a drink.
Dude, did you see how he killed it? Like he immediately killed it.
Antarctican gorilla. It's probably a Yeti. I should stop calling it.
It's a Yeti.
It's a Yeti.
It's a Yeti.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah.
A very short Yeti.
All these stories too deal with people that just kind of go bonkers. From seeing what they just saw. Leslie Nielsen lost it after he saw the water zombies.
Yeah.
I mean, for good reason, right?
Yeah.
I would. Fuck. I can hold my breath for a long
time.
Okay. Still holding on to the bloody boot.
And he's just like, look, just calm down.
Yeah, see,
my wife is trying to sleep off her forever hangover.
Please don't wake up my wife. Please do not wake up my wife.
Yes, please.
Don't fuck with her. Please don't get her
do not
awake.
Wake up my wife.
She is the light of my life.
She's the devil. She's literally one of the worst.
She's so special to me. Please
so special.
Please tell her that I said that she's glorious and radiant.
And at this point, it should almost be predictable.
You heard me say
what this gonna plan to do.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, it's a beast that just keeps feeding on humans, eh?
Right.
You can see the gears.
I wonder what I should do with that.
He's like, well, I have some sustenance for such a beast. Let me just go wake up my wife.
Let's go show my wife. Have you seen my wife?
What are friends for?
I saw her. She was down on the beach.
He's tripping out, and this guy's getting super methodical about all of it. He's like
immediately goes, "Oh, I can work with this."
Yeah, he's like, oh, there's something down there that will kill humans. Interesting.
I wonder I'm not plastered out of my gourd.
Just one more for the both of us. While we talk this.
The fuck's he putting in this
So
drink?
he can drug somebody, but he can't poison his wife? Like, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, that'd get back to him, like, he's like, oh, sir, there's,
we found blah, blah, blah in her blood system.
Yeah.
And you have a prescription to that same pill.
We found Quaaludes in abundance.
Yeah, because Quaaludes were still a thing back then.
But they're in your name, not hers.
So he knocks out the dude.
You care to?
Because he doesn't,
He slipped him a Mickey because this is 1982, so.
Yeah. But, still, when the guy wakes up and then finds out that dude's wife is dead, he's going to put two and two together that this guy went and fed his wife to this Yeti.
Hey, as long as the Yeti's satisfied,
she's not gonna be
I'm pretty
dead,
sure he'll
she's
be
just
all
going
right.
to disappear, really.
Yeah, I guess that's
That
true.
thing's going to eat the bones and all.
Even in 1982, forensics was not a huge thing yet, so
Definitely
a
DNA
cop would
wasn't,
just stand there in a puddle of blood, smoking a cigar, like, sir, what about all this blood? Like, nah, back to my hunch. Let's get back to my hunch. That dogs did it.
I don't know if you know this, but I studied 9 years of blood spattered patterns in Berkeley. Are you trying to tell me there's something more than blood spatters? Fuck you.
Yeah.
So this whole scene is him.
But sir, no, I said it's solved.
This whole scene is him like surveying the area. He's like, can this beast murder my bitch of a wife?
Now, if this guy did
let me
say,
see,
like,
let me
hey,
see.
I watched it
What is
eat
that?
two people.
I mean, what is that he grabbed as a defense weapon? Is that like a floor?
It's like a
like a half-ass
It's like
broom.
a ceiling duster.
Oh, it's a ceiling fan
Yeah,
duster.
like,
yeah,
you dust a ceiling, the blades on a
That is
ceiling
what
fan.
that is, yeah. Interessante.
I don't think like I would just, okay, he's talking about this massive thing that ate two people. I would come with at least a baseball bat or something.
Have you seen his wife?
If you don't
he ain't
own a
scared
gun.
of shit.
Yeah, he's like, I'm married to that
He's
bitch.
married, I'm married to that girl. I ain't married
Nothing
to nothing.
scares me. Yeah, it can't be worse than her.
Every day of my life is hell. You think I'm scared of a Yeti? No.
I'll take a Yeti over that bitch any day.
My existence is pain.
Oh, so she wasn't asleep. She wasn't even home. She was out fucking some other dude, probably.
Yeah, she was partying it up.
Oh, you know she was. Yeah. It was a junior is what
Due
she
to
was.
stumble, so we know she's drunk.
A junior lacrosse player.
I hate that she didn't even pull the car in all the way. Like,
it's also really funny
She's
the
gonna
links,
block the
the
entire
links that
driveway.
yeah, she's almost
How
even
much of a cunt
sticking
she
out
is.
into the street. Yeah, exactly. Piss off the garbage man when he comes to try and get the can. Will you move your car, bitch?
How many times have I told you to lock the goddamn door? Henry!
He's super excited.
Dude, that's being pushed to the brink. To the brink. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're upset with your relationship, just be honest and end the relationship. Don't feed them to it. Don't feed them to a beast that you somehow came across a couple of days ago in a crate. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's fucked up.
Shitless of her because first of all, she would destroy him in divorce court and ruin him. Probably take every dime that he's got.
Had problems coping with certain young female graduates.
And just how she would berate him and
Several incidents.
Oh, well, he's making sure that doesn't happen.
Very serious.
he leaves her a note.
That's why you should always leave a note.
Under false pretenses and then attacked her.
That's what I like after a heavy night of drinking. Just
a big old glass of milk.
Glass of milk.
Hey, honestly though, that's not bad. After a night of drinking, have yourself a glass of milk. It's actually pretty good for you.
Fills you up.
I tried to get him to tell me what had happened to the girl, but for the most
This is a very long note considering it's the piece of paper she's holding is like 5 inches
Yeah.
by 2 inches.
It's like a chapter of
And she's
Fellowship
still
of the Ring.
reading it.
Yeah.
these things, you know how to be.
Oh, and now she's gonna pour. What is that? Bourbon? She's pouring in the milk? That's not vodka.
And they're going to
Well,
curdle?
she's crazy.
Mentioned the girl
She's pouring some kind of whiskey in her glass of milk.
that she had curled up in a dark place.
I don't even understand how people drink White Russians. I mean, just the idea
They're
of
okay.
mixing.
I wouldn't drink a lot of
I mean,
them,
I've
but-
had 1 or 2 in the past, and they're good. But just the idea of milk and vodka in my stomach together. I'm just like, oh, that's easy way to make myself puke.
It's like a one and done type situation.
I mean, that could be scotch, whiskey, or tequila that she just poured in a glass of milk.
She doesn't know. She didn't care. She's out of control.
She's already drunk.
I mean, she was drunk whenever she showed up to the house. So
yeah. Well, she didn't have to mix it. She could have chased it with milk. I love the rapid.
It only got worse the more.
Yeah, you're just
the more it went.
blood around. Yeah, you're just spreading it around. But somehow that note convinced her to go all the way down to the university.
Well, he fed her a story that she would probably find salacious and
bring her there. Like, oh, I got to see this.
Yeah.
So she's gonna. Oh, that piano.
There's no way he heard her close the door from the basement of that giant college building.
Look, he has been trained for years to know exactly when she's arriving somewhere.
He could just sense her
his only goal was to like clean the place up to where when she came in, she didn't think anybody died there.
Yeah.
He's like
hair stands up on the back of his neck and his balls curl up inside of him.
He's like the dog that knows exactly what his master's car and car door sounds like.
Well, he is the dog in this story.
Yeah,
exactly.
He's a whipped dog. Yeah. Downstairs. Yeah. Like, that's not ominous. Like,
I'm downstairs.
I'm not going to come up and greet you. Come downstairs to the basement at 2 o'clock in the morning.
There's no monster down here.
Come down, dear. I have something to tell you.
Everything's hunky-dory down here.
I have a Yeti cup to show you. I bought it for you from Buc-ee's.
Oh, she drove there with her whiskey milk drink.
What are you doing creeping around down
I want to say in the early 80s, they didn't really have drinking and driving laws.
I don't think they did, yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't have those till the late 80s.
Yeah.
It's easier if I just...
Or seatbelt laws. Or...
Let me just show you this thing over here. Come this way.
The seatbelt law was actually enacted in 1965.
Okay.
Because,
Were you there?
No, but I know
you
that...
even there, bro?
I know that the 1964 and a half Mustang had no seatbelts, and it was legal and grandfathered.
Yeah.
So that in 1965, that was when all cars were mandated to have seatbelts.
I remember a friend way back in the day, had a Mustang, and there was no seatbelts.
That's kind of terrifying.
The Tucker actually had seatbelts and safety glass 15 years before anyone else did.
I can't remember the year. I think it was actually technically he had it was a 62 or 64, but it was in a half. It was a white Mustang, and it was like 62 and a half.
64 and a half.
It was 64 and a half.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the one that he had.
Didn't have any seatbelts.
Yeah, it was. He had a white 64 and a half.
64 and a half.
Bucket seats, no seatbelts.
Yeah.
I think you'll expect this, Wilma.
How?
I don't think you're gonna expect this, Wilma.
He knew that she would be drawn because
he's
the
like
gossip.
the story,
yeah. She's like, oh man, you're telling me that nerdy guy has got all these mistresses.
She's probably like getting turned on though. This is the first time he's ever like sort of
taken charge.
Yeah,
been in control of like the relationship. Yeah.
At one point, she's like, "What the hell's going on?" The other part's like, "Please make me feel alive. Like make me feel something for you."
She's crawled under the stairs and won't come out.
What did he do?
Like, maybe you can go reason with her, honey.
Go find out.
Go crawl under this cobweb-ridden stairs, and
you can get her out, Billy.
Has she asked where the dude is?
How to handle these things.
I'm gonna guess she has just some bullshit vodka drink.
What did you tell her was under the stairs? Like a woman or what?
He said the girl crawled under there and curled up like a baby, and she wouldn't come out from underneath the stairs.
But he ends up looking like an idiot right here.
He should have just give her a couple more seconds to crawl in there a little further.
I'll help you.
Poison meat. And she's just sitting there like...
She's like, please tell me that we're going to have sex after this. She's like,
I'd be the most excited she's ever been.
She's like, is this...
He's being physical with her
cool.
Yeah. I've never seen this side of you, Harry.
I guess we're going to...
Are we about to do it?
No, it's just great. You think this is a Friday night fight? Huh? Is that what you think?
She hasn't wised up at all.
Hit him with your purse.
You made me spill my drink, you bastard.
I have a feeling it's about to be a jump scare.
Afraid of your own shadow. You know what, Henry? You're a regular barnyard.
A regular barnyard exhibit.
There's too much darkness behind her. I think it's something's about to happen.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
You ain't nothing but sheep eyes,
That's
chicken
suspicious.
guts.
That's suspicious.
She's not suspicious.
No
But I guess you
money. No
can't.
good at
This is the worst part right here, though. Listen to what she says.
and no good at all in bed.
Oh.
It's pretty rough.
Oh, damn. He's got ED. That's terrible.
Just with her. Like, bitch, it's really hard to get hard.
Everybody has ED
when you
with her.
never stop yelling at me.
He should have went to hims.com.
Oh,
HIMS.com to get
Need to
all of your
check
manly needs.
Check your T levels.
Hims. Sponsor us.
Yeah, send us some
pills.
Some pills.
Send us some boner pills.
Some boner pills and some, yeah.
We'll tell you if it works.
Hair restoration gel.
Well, you got it done.
Not that we need either of those things, fellas, right? Right?
Yeah,
we don't need none of that, right? High five.
High fives all around.
None of that.
High fives all around.
We're just a couple of people in our early 30s that don't need nothing.
For now.
The key is moderation.
What's that?
What, sexual moderation or pill moderation?
Everything in moderation.
Oh, everything.
Everything in moderation.
You're right,
Especially
you're right.
moderation.
I eat broccoli in moderation. I'm just kidding. I eat a fuck ton of broccoli.
Get them broccoli farts.
I do. Why do you think I look so good?
Dude, that's that dragon gas.
Don't you smell it?
Yeah, that is that dragon gas. I got that dragon energy from the dragon gas.
Oh, so does it all go back to broccoli?
Yep.
Sir?
I can't reach that, Chris. You're going to have to do it.
Get back on the clock, Chris.
Ooh.
Don't put your fingerprints all over everything. Yeti ain't got no fingerprints.
Maybe.
Oh, he's attempting to lock it back up in the box.
Yeah, but if you lock in the box, then a detective...
How do you explain...
Yeah, a detective would be like, well, this thing has been locked in this box the whole time.
Yeah.
Apparently something else killed your wife.
Yeah, you fucking idiot.
You dick face.
And the thing eats and then gets back in its box.
It likes that box, man.
Well, what'd they say? The date on the box was like 1837 or something like that?
It's like 100.
It's about 150 years old.
So it woke up and it's time to eat, yeah.
Right.
So it's eating
three
people
now.
I didn't see anyone. Not a soul. At this time of the year and no other,
Man.
the campus is almost totally deserted. The summer session is over.
Oh, so it's showing a
crazy.
montage of like him getting away with it?
It's almost hellishly perfect.
Hellishly perfect.
Well, for now.
What did you do with the crate?
Cheers, gentlemen.
Cheers.
You provided the final piece of the jigsaw puzzle yourself. The crate is at the bottom of Ryder's quarry. I drove
Hey,
up.
on July 4th, we speak American in here, Aaron.
That's right.
Cheers is
I don't know
British.
who this Solange girl is that you're talking
I don't
about.
know if you know this, but Cheers is British, motherfucker. You're speaking...
But you said, yeah.
I said Solange, but you're
Yeah.
speaking the language of the tyrannical.
I'm speaking my language.
You said cheers. That's British. That is the antithesis of
Okay.
American freedom. Gosh darn it.
It's treason then.
That's a movie we should do.
Never trust a hope.
Well, we talked about it.
'Tis forsaken in
Patriot.
these lands.
Oh, I was talking about Revenge of the Sith.
Oh, yeah, we should. I do. I love the Patriot, though. I do love the Patriot. Man, we miss an opportunity right there. Next year. So this year we did Independence Day.
Yeah.
Next year is a Patriot.
Oh, good.
Calling it.
Later that morning.
That's a great.
I love the art. It's so good.
What happens now?
His shirt. There's some more.
There's no evidence of foul play. I've seen it there.
What is that shirt made? That's made of the same material that Leslie Nielsen's robe was made of.
Velour?
Or yeah, not the robe, but the
Velour.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his velour tracksuit.
There's regular velour and crushed velour.
So what
Just
about
like regular velvet and crushed velvet.
What are you gonna say?
Still got that tie. Oh, he finally loosened the tie a little bit and unbuttoned that top button.
Hey, just lose the tie. Come on, lose the tie.
No need to thank me.
He just went he went bonkers bananas the moment that shit hit the fan, and he has not been able to calm down.
Hey, thanks for helping me kill my wife.
Well, he sedated him, so he's been passed out for hours.
We'll have to see about that, won't we?
But either way, he's been bananas since it all went down.
That chest.
Oh, he needs to loosen that tie just a little bit more.
Now I'm kind of wanting to straighten it.
Well, now he's become a badass, I would say.
Oh yeah, now he's really brimming with confidence, and she's finally gone, and he's feeling like he could take on the world now.
He's gonna do a 3-move checkmate.
It's like she was the only thing ever holding him back.
If you saw the way
It's a really cool story, actually. Like
it is. The story's it's good. It is
Stephen King
kind of
had
almost a redemption, but also dark at the same time.
More than any of the other stories in this one, it's more like the Tales from the Crypt episodes, because those always were following somebody that does something bad, and then they get their comeuppance at the end.
They have redemption, but then you also don't trust them in the end. Like you're like, well, would I have done that? I don't know.
Well, the box is gonna disintegrate
70
after a
feet
certain
down.
amount of time.
Yeah.
All right,
So
that's the final shot of this one. There's only one more left, and the next one is absolute pure, just like
this
grotesque,
cringy.
It's just grotesque horror. That's what it is.
A very big problem. This one's going to be hard for me to watch.
Really?
It's
pretty fucking disgusting.
Send us $10 and we'll make you a muscle man. Yeah, I can't. This is one of my big phobias.
Is this like an obsessive cleaner?
He has massive OCD, and he's a germaphobe.
So you relate to this, Tim? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
This would be my ultimate nightmare, this story right here. I fucking hate cockroaches. I'm a massive germaphobe.
Okay, so...
See, look at this. This guy is OCD. He's got it down. Everything's clean and white. There's no carpet. He lives in this big, like, high-rise building.
Look at them bugs.
He's probably got what's the phobia when you don't...
Tim Lee, I don't want to say this on... I want to ask you a question. Lean in real quick.
It's whispering something. I don't know what it is.
Aaron just showed me his dick, you guys.
Okay, so...
and I fell for it.
So
blind and sinker.
I just realized that I saw this movie, the tail end of it at least, when I was a little kid, and it fucked me up. Because, so I'm not going to spoil it. That's why I leaned off the mic and talked to Tim, but
he's got this.
I remember seeing this on Sci-Fi Channel when Sci-Fi was brand new on cable when I was a little kid. And this little section right here honestly fucked me up.
This
it
one
really
fucks
did.
me
It
up more
fucked
than
me
the
up.
other
It
ones.
fucked me up.
Yeah. Because I think the reason it fucks me up so bad is because it could happen.
Well,
if you want to,
I hate to get so personal with you, but the reason why it fucked me up is because I lived in squalor when I was a child, and I was around a lot of cockroaches.
Those
so
big,
I was like,
those big wood roaches, man.
Well, yeah, when I was younger,
we're from Silsbee.
We lived in,
we have a lot of wood roaches.
Mm-hmm. Well, when I was younger, we moved from Austin. We moved to Bryan College Station, and big old house with wood floors and
with
stuff.
With a lot of spaces for them to get in.
And that was the first time I ever saw a flying cockroach.
You're like
where you say wood roaches.
Yeah, the red ones.
Those fuckers get big.
Yeah,
Which
they do.
I don't even mind the wood roaches anymore.
But when you see a cockroach and then it sprouts wings and flies at you,
they always fly at you. Why?
Right at my face,
right at you.
Why? Like June bugs.
It's a defense mechanism.
Oh man, I don't care about
here
spiders.
We're seeing
or
the first one right now. We're seeing the first
massive germaphobe. Everything is covered in white. Everything is wiped down.
So
he's got gloves on.
Yeah.
He's a clean freak.
Obvious germaphobe.
And he's
OCD to the max.
And he's found one roach, and he's on the hunt. I've got to get rid of this roach.
His
he
thing
polishes
right there
his forehead to keep it.
His thing,
you know what I mean?
His thing right there is, if you see one roach, that means there's 100 other ones you don't see.
Right.
Yeah. So he's like, how the fuck did that get in here? I thought I had this place.
Thought I had it covered,
Yeah. So if one of you got in there, that means there's a bunch more that I can't see.
Yeah.
He's like I don't think they go into it, but he's obviously he's like agoraphobic,
right? Of course.
Means
I mean, you can kind of tell.
For our listeners, agoraphobia is you're scared to even leave your home,
right?
Yeah,
you can't even take one step back.
Well,
I
mean, look at him. He's like manic. Like he's absolutely manic. Like he's on a different level.
Yeah.
So just for a person like him to see one cockroach, I'm the same way. Like if I'm sitting at home or whatever, and I'm watching TV or whatever, and I see a cockroach like crawl across the floor or the wall, everything stops.
Really?
All the lights come on, and I cannot rest until I know that I've killed that cockroach. I cannot sleep soundly knowing that there is a cockroach somewhere. Oh, God, see, it just crawled up his pant leg.
Dude, they're disgusting.
I can't go to sleep if I know there's a cockroach walking around
gross.
my
I
apartment.
really don't have a problem with the wood roaches because I know their reproductive cycle. I know what they want. I do have a problem with the little German cockroaches.
Yeah,
I have a problem with
ones are
like,
the bad ones.
When I see the little ones in the kitchen, I'm like, fuck, no, But the big ones, like, I'm almost like, you're cool, dude. I'll actually like put them outside because all they're actually like what they're looking for is water.
They mean no harm. They're just gross.
Right? No, and our one of our dedicated listeners, Jeffro, like Jeff Parrish, he told me this about these the big guys, like the really big ones, the wood roaches. All they're doing is looking for water, and that's why in Southeast Texas you'll find them in your bathtub on the drain or like in the sink because that's really what they're looking for.
And they're trying to escape the heat.
And
almost,
yeah. But they don't reproduce like the other ones. They're kind of cool actually. They're chill. There's like, hey man, what's up, dude? I'm just looking for a little H2O.
No. They're not chill. They're not.
They're chill.
Well,
the little ones, I've never seen a wood roach fly, but the little ones will fly. They infest. They live off like greasy fingerprints.
When I used to live
Jesus.
in Jackson White and Ashlon Berry, rest in peace, Ashlon Berry, roomed with Megan Sanford. Her name was Megan Sanford at the time, the mother of my child.
Yes.
And I moved in. It was a little duplex thing on Pecos over by, what is that, Ozan?
Yeah.
And when I moved in with them...
No, it was over by Central.
Central.
Yeah.
It was wood floors in
Not
there
all
too
black
and
schools
everything.
are alike, Tim. Jeez.
And I'm not shitting on Jackson, but he's kind of a slob. So when I moved in, their place was a mess. I have never seen a place more infested with roaches than that place. There were so many, and they were the little ones like you're talking about.
No, that's the
if
ones
you open the cupboards, they would scatter across the dishware.
Those will actually infest. Wood roaches, you'll never ever have an infestation of wood roaches.
Well, because they don't infest. Wood roaches don't infest.
That's why I'm saying they're chill.
Their cockroach problem was so bad you could smell them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
I lived in an apartment a couple of years ago that was like that.
You can smell the
before I moved into the compound.
I know exactly.
Yeah, off of out in Old Town. It was like this shitty little single room apartment.
It was
and
one block away from Rayo's.
Oh, it was so
I went
bad.
there.
You walk in the house, and
I remember seeing.
And
your
I still to
face.
this day, like talking about it, I can remember that smell memory. I remember there was so many roaches that you could smell them.
I went over there to Zach's place, and it was like roach and flea infested.
I mean that was before I moved in too. So it's not.
Dude,
really much
I honestly love. I honestly love what this specific story in Creepshow, like what it does to people, because this is the one that like really fucks with people's brains.
Oh yeah,
definitely. Because it's a very common phobia.
They're freaked out of roaches, or freaked out of insects, or freaked out of bugs and stuff like that. And story, basically, you end up going on tangents about how disgusted you are with insects. And
I mean, like
it's not even that interesting of a story. Like this story is not that good. The only thing that's great about this,
it's super simple,
is the disgustingness, the paranoia of roaches and stuff like that.
It's very identifiable.
Yeah.
Are roaches going to get into that little thing he's making there?
Oh God, probably. I don't remember.
When he went to blend, he totally blended up roaches. So he's gonna drink. He's gonna drink that eventually.
Have y'all seen Snowpiercer, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna say
I really
anymore.
love that movie.
I'm not gonna say anymore. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It's great.
It's damn good.
I know what you're talking
Get them
about.
protein bars. You know?
Right?
I mean, now, a lot of experts are saying, a lot of people are saying that in the next 20 or 30 years that like we will start introducing insects into our diet because they're the most economical sources of protein that you can find.
Or what's that, Bear Grylls, like that Man Against Nature show?
Yeah, I mean,
you watch him eat bugs all the time. It's like, dude, you've been out there for 2 hours and you're already eating
but really, the like grasshoppers and animals
pissing
and
on yourself.
insects like that are like the most as far as like what impact they leave on the environment and the amount of protein per like weight is higher than anything you can get.
Caterpillars.
I ate a roach
really
for $1 one time.
Well, there's other countries you can buy boxes of like chocolate-covered roaches at the movie theater, and
you get them here.
It's chocolate-covered
grasshoppers.
It's chocolate-covered ants.
Well, they do grasshoppers too. Chocolate-covered
and
grasshoppers.
I also had this stuff. It's actually really delicious. I have a cricket meal. You guys ever heard of cricket meal?
Yeah,
I make
it's almost
pancakes
like a
out of it.
flour or something. Right?
Well, no, it's a mix. It's like a.
You make cricket pancakes. I remember you saying some weird shit about
you
that.
feed
at
it
one
to
point.
your lizard.
No, it's cricket meal. It's like flour, but it's made out of crickets and flour.
It's a vegan thing.
It's definitely not vegan. There's crickets that are in it, but it's very high protein. It's really good. It tastes just like flour. It's awesome. It's very
Well, cockroaches, unfortunately, and I hate it, will be like if there was ever a nuclear annihilation.
No, that's false.
Crickets
That's false.
are not.
Oh, there's bugs in this
Cockroaches.
meal. Oh,
No,
It'd be
it's
cockroaches and Keith Richards.
Dude, he blended up a bunch of gross freaking
so
roaches.
Mythbusters actually like proved all that wrong with cockroaches survived nuclear holocaust.
Well, that's good to know.
It's actually like fruit flies are
Ants.
way above. A lot of flies are way above house flies.
Oh, they just come out of the freaking.
I remember all the
cereal
scenes
box.
when I was a kid.
To our listeners, that right there, I just had to pick.
It's
my feet
pretty.
up.
It's very disturbing. It's very intense. Like seeing all
I
these
remember
roaches.
all this when I was a kid. It's so gross.
That made me scared. I think for a long time, and I think now that I didn't never realize that this movie's probably one that did it.
That might be.
I
like
used to
why
always
you're
be
like
scared.
this. Yeah.
I would check the cereal boxes.
This might be why you're like this.
before I would pour cereal.
Then clearly this would be your roach phobia. This would be the movie.
Yeah, God.
And so now we're seeing like his agoraphobia. Somebody's at the door, right?
And he's got the intercom and everything because he won't even let people inside. He doesn't want them to bring their germs inside.
Shall we say 11:30? You might go far, White. I've noticed that in certain...
But he's managed to be like the worst person in the world, and like no one can respect him, and he's disrespected and completely screwed over so many people.
Yeah.
And now he's stuck all by himself in his little spot, and no one in the world is going to help him.
That's
because he does not deserve it.
So the maintenance guy or what?
The comeuppance thing.
Yeah.
You know, he got himself in a situation, and now his solitude that was always
solitude has been squandered at this point.
It's very.
I would also say like this specific scene or this
his
specific
downfall now,
this
though.
specific story is probably Savini's like best work
they're just crawling.
in Creepshow.
They're crawling.
Like as far as Creepshow is concerned, this one is probably Savini like going all out.
They definitely.
I would say like that was his best like effect.
They definitely killed a couple roaches in this movie too.
Yeah.
Well, I think they have
As
the
they
same
should.
kind of laws toward killing cockroaches as they do toward killing mammals.
Well, I've seen. I think in Desperado they do a close up on a scorpion, and you see somebody slowly put their boot down on it and squish the scorpion, and they clearly killed a bug.
An arachnid. Are scorpions arachnids? They're arachnids, right?
Yeah, they are.
There's
six.
So. That's 6
Yeah, I think
legs.
so.
They have 6 legs.
No, 8 legs.
I think they have 8.
I think they only have 6.
I think they have like 6 legs and like
I could
2
be wrong.
arms.
Well, they had their pinchers.
Yeah, but they have 6 legs and
Yeah.
like 2 pinchers, right? So so aren't they?
They got their stinger
Scorpion.
tail.
Scorpion is an arachnid.
I don't
Really?
fuck.
What is it?
I don't fuck with scorpions.
Scorpion is an arachnid. Yes.
When
right.
when I lived in Austin,
8 legs.
when I lived in Austin, scorpions were a really big
8
problem.
limbs.
And the front legs are used for sensory or other
Right.
uses.
8
Well,
limbs.
oh God.
All right, see,
Oh,
they're like
shit.
pouring through the air vent.
Well, that's what I
God, I
like
remember
when
this,
people
yeah.
say I got bit by a scorpion.
They're all
No, you
over his
didn't.
feet now.
No, you got
Look at this.
stung.
Yeah.
Like this is like
Well, you could be, but
No, they either pinch you or
you guys
sting
like
you.
okay. So you guys.
But when we
listening?
lived in Austin, we used
Tim
to have
is
to check
pale
our shoes.
right now. Tim is like fucking
My
pale.
feet are up off the ground right
He's
now.
pale, like
You're
he's
sweating a little bit.
Yeah,
dude.
I don't
He is
even-
sweating.
no,
Like,
dude,
this is really- this
look
is
at
really
the movie. Look at the
affecting
movie. Like this shit was like absolutely like completely crazy, like super gross, disturbing.
Well, think about when the lights go off and you're gonna be covered in roaches. For Christ's sake,
'Cause, yeah, they love the dark.
why don't you close your eyes, Tim, and imagine it?
That would be worse.
You can't do it. See, you don't crush them because it's gross.
Oh, there was nothing on his hand. So he's singing on his head?
Got problems tonight, fella.
He didn't have any juice on his hand. That's weird.
He lives this secluded life, but he's such an asshole, and he's asking for help, but no one's going to help him because he's a complete
Well, he's in some kind
douchebag.
of like skyscraper thing.
Yeah.
So he's trying to talk to whoever like the night security guy is. You know,
That's
down
like
on
the night maintenance guy or something. Yeah.
And they're like, "Fuck you."
You understand who you're talking to? This is Upson Pratt.
Upson Pratt.
You asshole.
You can't even. Oh God. They're inside his jukebox.
Wait, I know you can hear me. The
Like as an actor, I would have been like, "Nope, y'all gonna need to get a stunt guy for all of those shots."
Now be stuck in the elevator. I want you up here right now.
I mean, this is obviously real roaches. I mean, come on. That's not CG. I mean, that's real shit.
Yeah. You black
That
bastard.
is real.
All of that
There's
is
no
real.
way that's fake.
All
Yeah,
of
he
that
real.
is real.
He just
Every
said,
bit of it.
"I'll have your job, you
Well,
black bastard."
If,
So
you're,
he's
if, you're, if
obviously
you were
an
grossed
asshole.
out, if you're
Oh,
grossed
yeah,
out by
obviously.
roaches, this is the last thing you ever want to see.
And this is like that was like 5 species of roaches.
Fuck.
Yeah.
There's
That's-
like hissing
so-
African cockroaches.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's like Madagascar.
It's really the smell.
Roaches.
It's like if you've smelled the cockroach
there's
smell.
German roaches.
You know that smell.
Yeah, and it's just.
I don't think there is a cockroach smell. I
No,
think it's
there's
like,
totally
It's
a cockroach
it's their
smell.
waste. It's I
There
don't know
is
if
a
it's your
cockroach
Is it really?
smell.
That's
yes.
what we were talking about earlier. Like I was walking that old duplex, and you could fucking smell them. There were so many cockroaches, you could smell
There
them.
is a cockroach smell.
Yeah,
Interesting.
But there has to be.
Well,
That's what I'm saying.
there's a big thing.
There has to be a lot of them.
A lot
if you
of
can
them, yeah, yeah.
smell that smell,
Yeah, yeah.
that means
there
there's
was
a lot.
there was an
of
article that I read
cockroaches.
recently that like whenever you send your PlayStation or whatever in to be serviced, they find any evidence of there being cockroaches in it, they send it back. They won't work on it.
Oh, wow.
But because cockroaches love like gaming
They love
consoles,
electronics,
because
yeah.
they're warm.
The warmth
They love
off of it.
electronics.
Yeah, so like that's the biggest problem of like most of these consoles shorting out.
They love
yeah,
like,
a little.
You see all the cockroaches surrounding him? That shot
yeah,
was
dude,
hilarious.
That is like every single species of roach.
Well, they call,
every one of them are after him.
well in
Tim,
films,
you definitely could not have done this role. This
No,
guy right
that's
here,
what I'm
because he has
saying.
like
Those aren't real.
Well, those
No,
are
they're not
those aren't
real.
real.
Those are probably like hissing cockroaches.
No.
They
You've
don't
seen,
move very
there's
much.
been several shots where
They
you guys
took
seen real
they
ones
took
crawling.
tons of shots of real cockroaches
Yeah.
and then did like
The
a
ones
couple
on
of
his
stupid
feet.
shots
Well,
with
and
the
movies
actor.
like this reminds me of that scene in Temple of Doom where the spike,
Yeah,
the ceilings come
yeah.
down, and it's not just cockroaches; it's like like the big
Snakes
walking
and- yeah,
stick
yeah.
things,
Yeah, all kinds of
and
bugs.
the giant
Pestilence.
Oh, and
centipedes.
there were none.
No, it's all his imagination. Yeah,
Is it?
But
is it? I don't know.
they on movies like this and like that scene talking about in Temple of Doom, they're
Do you notice
it's
that all the cockroaches are gone now?
it's a profession
That doesn't make sense, right? Like all the cockroaches are gone.
They call them.
Yet there's his body. So where did all the cockroaches go? I'm very concerned or
Jesus.
confused
Oh,
as to where
fuck.
all of the cockroaches are.
Oh fuck!
Oh, they're inside of him.
Jesus.
And they're all gonna bust out of his fucking body, and it's disgusting as fuck. Yes.
Oh, so now I know what fucked me up when I was a kid.
Yes.
Don't here. Look at me, Zach. Look at me.
Dude, that's
Look at me.
hardcore. That's
Look
a
at my
hardcore
face.
shot.
Look at my face. Don't look at that. Oh
Oh
god.
Jesus! How do they train that cockroach to bust through that fake
They don't
skin?
train shit.
Oh,
They
that's
just put
it.
food down.
Well, that's it.
That's what I'm trying to get at.
They don't train
on,
shit.
on sets like on
My
movies like
stomach
this.
is gurgling right
On
now.
movies like this, when they have
Get that
when they
bubble
have,
guts.
Yeah.
when they have to have scenes like that, there's a whole profession. They're called bug wranglers,
Yeah.
and
Like the flea circus people?
yeah, they're called bug wranglers, and they're like, hey, we need
Little trapeze
we need
dudes.
500 cockroaches for the scene, and they have them. That's their job. They keep different bugs, snakes, like they're snake wranglers. Where they're just like, yeah, we got that. What kind of snake do you need? You know, what kind of cockroach? You want a big cockroach? You want a bunch of little ones? And they bring them in like little big Tupperware boxes.
They're like, we want all of them. We want all the
but
cockroaches.
they're very make sure that the cockroaches don't get hurt, and they sweep
Yeah,
them
yeah.
all back
Well,
up into the box.
I mean, I'm sure some will get hurt.
Well, some of
Yeah,
them,
well, they sweep them up in the box,
some
and
of
they
them are
take
kind
them
of
back
expensive.
to their little
like
their little
the
place.
some of them are
big
expensive,
giant.
dog.
There's Tom
cockroach,
Savini
yeah.
right there, is one of the trashmen
Oh yeah,
on his
sure enough.
Walkman. That's Tom Savini right
With
there.
that mustache, it's iconic.
You can never forget. Yeah, never mistake that mustache.
Well, they're expensive.
But just that's somebody's job. Yeah, I'm a bug wrangler. I just breed cockroaches until somebody calls me and says they need them for a movie.
those Madagascar hissing cockroaches are like $40 a pop. They're really expensive. Why would you? Yeah, wrangle it back up.
In the Moody Gardens in Houston, the big butterfly exhibit and all of that, they have a section where there's
The creepy crawlies.
yeah, where they
They
have
have like millipedes
hissing
and
cockroaches
yeah.
and all that thing.
Creepy crawlers.
Look at that.
They don't
old
bother me, man.
cornflakes.
They really don't. They don't bother
Off-brand
me.
cornflakes box.
So we're brought back to the douchebag dad.
I'm going to round this whole thing off.
Yeah, this
Who's like,
Oh, there's
stop
cornflakes in the back, like
reading
he had the
comic
cockroaches
books. Stop reading your
They
dark
did do a
comics.
good job of these, not the effects transitions, but the visual transitions between these things, like the plants and then house plants and then the flakes and these flakes. They do a good job with that.
Yeah,
there is kind of like a sort of a.
That wasn't an accident that
Yeah, no, it definitely
cornflakes
wasn't.
was sitting in the background.
There's no accidents.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, Voodoo Doll.
Yeah,
What?
he's got the Voodoo Doll
from the
working.
magazine.
Oh, from the magazine.
Yeah, that's why I was bringing that up
It's like
earlier.
murdering his
Oh, we got
dad.
the red.
You
There's
can,
the red and
you
blue.
can get a shrunken head or a voodoo doll.
Geez, Stephen King, son, you're fucking
Yeah.
sadistic.
But I love the comic booky looking shit right here. I love how it's just freezes right there. Yeah.
He gonna kill his dad.
Creepshow is really, really cool. And they
kill
did
him
a
right
sequel. The sequel is actually really, really good.
Did you ever see the third one that they did?
skeleton.
No,
years later.
no one
So,
needs to
did
see
you
the
guys
third
notice-
one because it's not
that
George
skeleton
Romero and
looked
it's
like
not Stephen King, so no one
The
needs to watch
skeleton
that.
looked like Stephen King. It
Could've-
did.
they could've done
It did.
that,
It looked
yeah.
like him.
All right, well, that's the end of
That was Creepshow, you
That was
guys.
Creepshow.
Tell us, I'm going to say right now, if you're listening right now, whenever we put this out, comment, tell us which one of these segments was your favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, so comment which,
Which one
was your
bothered
favorite.
you the most?
One of the 5. Tell us we might pick something, we might do something, who knows, I don't know. But you guys tell us, which one was your favorite? What was your favorite, Chris? Which one was your favorite?
What, my favorite segment out
Your
of the
favorite
movie?
segment, yeah.
Oh, freaking Leslie Nielsen, Ted Danson. That's my favorite.
okay,
That's
cool,
my favorite
cool.
one. Always
Cool.
has been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your favorite, Zach?
I like the crate.
The crate was good.
Crate's
It
pretty
Crate was
cool.
good. The
Yeah.
crate was good. It had a lot of different elements in it, and I like that the
Yeah.
most. Yeah.
It was deep. It was
Yeah.
kind of like
That was
some
one of the
elements,
longer
yeah.
ones too. I would say
Yeah.
I would say the Tide and the Crate were the longest of all 5 of those.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about
Well-
you, Tim? What was your favorite?
Mine's Geordie. The one that bothers me the most is that last one.
Yeah,
But
so it's definitely that's your least favorite.
my
obviously,
favorite
so
one
roaches,
is
yeah.
the Geordie one with Stephen King.
The Geordie one is short and sweet and to the point. It's body
Meteor
horror,
shit.
Body horror. I'm gonna agree with Chris. My favorite was actually the Ted Danson one because it's realism. It like kind of upset me a little bit, but yeah.
Well, that was our second night of 13 Nights of Halloween. We'll be back tomorrow night for another one.
Hell yeah.
Another one.
Another one.
All right. Yeah. Thanks for listening. Thank you guys for showing up and doing this thing.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
And we'll see you tomorrow night.
Happy Halloween.